improve. And then on the next training, I start working on things that I need to improve. And I tell the coach, coach, because now the thing in yesterday's training, friendly match, I need to improve on my finishing. I need to improve on my composure. Any other things, the speed is back, the fitness is back, loss of weight, so hold the ball. But now I have to now start training to be a second striker because we already have another holder. So I need to get no from
the bench.
And you're alone,
second striker cara ubua ka no dila go tsabeka no di.
No ndu tshameka 8 ano.
Le buzedi no ndu ya modimo.
No, because
khatelo ta ba tsabeka khatelo sa thabeka.
No.
Wala modimo wa pali. Keeper a rona ke mangana kana keeper tsere keeper a rona.
Re 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 batele keeper.
Ha se le bone keeper. No, on khakolle kana ena out. I'll give you a number.
Amapele no mbizilo na di gaming. Ona kwa ba le di team tse di different. Ha bone di good.
I can matter so it's a problem if you try to take a kid from there home wasn't at an school or higher heights in a school or nakayats and aqua. No, keep at the Mujos to Scawa.
Or keep
a chocolate. Yano, Kibata Monella prison Sierra. Kitchen's application, you play agent. I can.
How can you examine?
Exam has a sip. I get a failure. Maybe it's a ritual. Exam you to the channel. It's on a little lab license.
I pass ahead.
You're gonna see if I said lab license. I gotta see a passport lab license. You're really chiefs. Cannot lab license. You gotta see the chiefs. They should be sure go over Colotavato. Reason Europe, but the paper.
Folks, maybe speaking of just life in general, I urge you guys, some movie with The Forge, ne? Especially you would like it. Like
we don't have The Forge.
The Forge, it speaks to.
This is why I brought you here. Because Baba useless.
No, without taking it away from the potential viewers. The Forge, I cried the whole movie. Yeah, because now I'm an emotional person, Robert. But it speaks about a young boy straight out of high school. He lives with a lot of anger. Walked out. Lady, and then eventually start looking for Spani. He finds somebody who now starts mentoring him and hiring him. And now start unpacking and showing him Christ is the way to go. And once you give your life to Christ, so it's a very good movie. The reason why I was crying is it's relatable to life. I could relate, and it can teach you quite a lot as a human being, whether old, small, in everyone. If you're older and mature, find somebody, mentor, help them out. If you are young, it can help you to say, find somebody to mentor you, improve and see them or your life in a different perspective.
What will be John?
The Forge.
The Forge.
Yes.
No, get out. Chakunya Biki. But say that, Mr. Milongo.
The wood goon.
Uno veilem tago ura.
Nigi lo ke do ajo haner ragi monna go tlokwe.
Baba ka hilo ditiraga. Bare ke mongwa batho ba ntha go nna le passport go
no anga ka ba ganetse. Ha gona go se go itsenteng go jose.
Ha o tsama le mo strateng mo ga tubido ka go Hillbrook kwa. O tsama di medisa mongwe le mongwe ya ka ro go tlokwe. Ai go sare mo Hillbrook. Mo no utumile kai. But how was the weekend?
The weekend was awesome. Besides Khanya Sara Mehela, I really had a great time. Wonderful weekend. Yeah.
Nyamona ke ndetse ke borekile mo masoma abane. Mutako wana mibia o tshamikela Galaxy ra tingana ma.
Rudath.
Mutako le tsa ntenne blind ma abane. Wait. O le tsa tsene mo game nga le tsididi hela monna. E ka re ga oma. Ba phamola bolo mo go ene ba re gora ba phamola ye nngwe phokwa e save ke a ke no man motho go ke ena re bolaile game e nka be heletse le 0-0 e le mona go ngwe bile nka be se 0-0 nka be re korntse 1 yana ko pele kwa motho lo re bolaise game o le mona
ga se re na jampetse gore na sa simola ke remember the last game he started and he played well. I was surprised my seeing the lineup gore he didn't start the game mo tsela maabane.
Yeah, but I get you are a player.
No, but
last time I check how Cristiano bile how Messi. So go ra ro ka nna ba mo bench.
No, he's an emotional player ene.
Unta uria. Because ba bane ke khona go bona re motho ha ba to gore tshamekela. O bona nna ha ne ke le bibi mutombo. Anga bo ke mo pega gona no nya. Transfer list go. Premier League. Hey,
yes, I managed to watch some highlights. It's the games except United because apparently there was nothing to see there.
Yeah, no, it's not the highlights. Nagi when by highlights the go Harabeki.
No, but especially Chelsea. Chelsea, it seems like they're building something. Arsenal just scored. They're playing against Manchester City. They're leading 2-1 at the moment. It's almost half time.
Half 5.
Yeah, half 5.
No, but it's good. Good to have you here, my king.
Thanks.
We're hoping to hear and learn from you. Harabeta, life navigation, Lemester Masaila Kante. Hey, but say that Molfino.
Hey, Makimo.
On Zambraya.
Oh, why?
Kana ona lero na wa darinyana o lebeletse ke ibiele. Kanta ke le sa lebisi go nna le ba.
Ora go rumudum.
Kira ke abepa ke lebeletse game. So mo bikinyo. Ne ke lebeletse gore di highlights tse leng gore di ragetse mo bikinye ke di ya bona. Obviously, the highlight of the highlights right now, Kyoro Rapa United has reached the group stages of the CAF Confederation Cup. This is after a penalty shootout win over Dynamos of Zimbabwe, and I have to say that goalkeeper is a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And then Johnny Galaxy were eliminated from the 2024-25 CAF Champions League last night after a 3-0 aggregate loss against Pirates. The FNB Premiership Rati similar lenga weekend.
Ka Friday.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Was that a good pick based on the fact that Friday already holiday? Travel blind. We always want to start at a time where we are the main event. We are not competing with other events. Yeah. And one of the iterations by the Botswana Football Association president, Nansa, I read interview with a lot of radio stations. Ibila Pierre go officing like no gonna limit and greet to come my kwa. One of the things he mentioned go go tshwantse go tla go nne le football pitso aba mention a go robata go bitsa the administrator of old gore di tle batho ba bolo ba boe, you know, which to me sounded like a political statement. The next time go ba tshwantse go bua gore ba tagira. But I was listening to the interviews and Ansadi attended. The last one she did he did na le Ace, and I'm hoping because now when he comes here I'm going to ask him Kana Chief, last time you left the BFA it was on account of like guys, have we become a nation ignore that in plain sight? Diplomatic approaching Yaron. Isn't this the very same thing Cesar Costilling gore be re hela re ne la administration e kgologolo e neng e tswa malo ba hele e neng e le pompas blind e itirela di orata e change sengwe le sengwe ya ka e rata morph? What have we become as a nation where ra itse gore motho yo mathata a go a matona le bolo ne le mismanagement of funds, but nobody asks him that question. Go a tlotiwa hela mo di interview. What is going on?
It's a fool's paradise.
No, man.
No, serious. It's a fool's paradise. I gotta have documented this for you. You know, you take a 10, you think, no, this is a new lease of life, only to come back from the cul-de-sac. When you look at it, even when you look at the complexion of the NEC, there's no one who's new there. Be it your VP1, be it your VP2, be it your female rep, be it your additional members, those guys have been there, and they've been part and parcel of the previous administration in the past 8 years. So if you're saying to me there's a change, you're just fooling yourself. The only change that is there is maybe to say the president jumped the line and then he went to the top. But how do you now change the top and not change the body? What functions? Is it the head or the body? You know, because if the head controls the body, but you must also know that the body is actually the one that is carrying the head. So at some point now, if the head is not there, or the body will take over and do as it has always done. And there is a particular organizational culture that has been there in the past. And part of it is the one that you just mentioned, the financial mismanagement, where people have been accused in the past. It will always ask, or was this person cleared of all these wrongdoings? No one will answer that question. When you ask such, you are seen as if you are someone who's against the progress. Why are you actually trying to make progress so that we depart from our misconceptions and try to understand everything? So you're always going to be left like that, folks. And at the end of the day, folks are at the progress. Folks doesn't like peace because you are just asking pertinent questions that you must actually address. So it's very, very difficult for us to address serious things. It's all about social conformity, making sure that we treat each other very well. But at the end, football suffers.
What were your interests on Mobiking Yerchamorone?
My interests were actually CAF Confederations Cup. And the other thing again that I must mention is, I think in the past week or 2 weeks, at national level, or against other African teams, we played, if I'm not mistaken, it's 6 games in aggregate. It's Botswana against Mauritania. Again, they lost 1-0. And then it was Botswana against Egypt. They lost 4-0. It was Jwaneng Galaxy against the Township Pirates. They lost 2-0. It was Orapa United against Dynamos. They lost 1-0. And then this weekend we came back. It was Jwaneng Galaxy against Orlando Pirates. They lost 1-0. And then today, the 6th game was Orapa against Dynamos again. We won 1-0. So I'm saying to you, out of the 6 games that we had played as a nation, we've actually scored 1 goal and won 1 game, holistically. So what does it say about our football and where we were? During the Paris game at the National Stadium, I was sitting with Brian Yagawaiz. And I said to him, I'm sorry if I offended him, I know he's part of the coaching staff. Look at our team, look at Toronto Pirates, you look at the coach, the head coach, you look at the physical trainer, you look at the goalkeeper coach, the assistant coach, all of them folks. You can see they are here to work. You look at Pogo, he will do his warm-ups. After 10 minutes, Pogo is complaining. And let me talk about coach alene but we got computer ka wait or kema yo ka heta yomo. So those are just the basics to say where are we and what do we endeavor to be. You are just being happy about Pogo's contribution. And I'll say to you, part of the mistake why he slipped during that game, maybe it's because of the weight, maybe it's because of his unfitness. You understand? It's just the smaller things that we don't see. But those are the conversations that we don't want to make. To say, are we teaching people who we are and what we want them to be?
Like, since when do people who are overweight play sport, guys?
No, it is.
Huh?
No.
Softball out. Now I don't understand why don't our athletes look like athletes? Why? National team when we are bringing those Asians to come and play with us there.
Yeah.
Both of them, these are athletes. Like first base. What's a mass in the hell? What's a ma? Rona, re tshwantse re behela mo gore mola mo rupetse ko gore e tlole gore ke oke mo di-basing.
I think softball is even worse, folks. Even from years back, that has always been seen to be a sport. People with big muscle, most of the time, and something say it has also transcended to the clubs and eventually those players being the national team. It's something that has to be kept because if you go out to competitions, we always meet proper athletes. That's why maybe in some competition we don't even progress because our athletes, if you put them at par with other athletes from other nations, the vast difference that exists there.
I used to be one of the journalists who were excited to go to coaching clinic go BFA go get some cover until get an go FIFA grassroots, the first one can I get KFD you know can I go who do like in white who do like a demonstration. You are going to teach kids how to play. So sontoro bo khona go demonstrate the drill like it.
Yeah.
So ha ile go overweight hela ha go kwata ba go khuni nyelo bo tsana ha go bontsha bana. Mera rona la KFD. Re go inela go we hira. Then I stopped covering these things ke bona. To ra tshameka ya la rona. Ra tshameka. And in many instances one of the reasons why batho ba ba seng fit enough to play a sport ba le mo sporting ke di coaches tsa rona mo botswana mo di coach di laolwa ke di player in many instances. We have cowards for coaches, which is why ba ka ske ba bolelle motho gore bona wena tsara mo officing o tshameke mo officing because you can imagine if you are overweight o tshameka volleyball wa tlola up down o bola mangwala ga go because weight ya gago e nang e wela mo mangoleng over and over again wa ipola gore re go letella gore o tshameke volleyball o le overweight ra go bola lo ena is not helping you. Le rona hala when we play the qualifiers ka naeng when was the last time era kwa Africa kwa ibera go tswa mo medal bracketing because we are not serious. Ha re tsana kwa bona ba tsisa di athlete rona ra tsana e le gore nya ke rona ba you lo ta ba ka nya re nya go ke batho ba office go ke bona ba tsena mo le baleng bone Molf, I got to see more like a positive or like that.
The YaronaFM Sunday Soccer Show, Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the station, its management, nor its advertisers. 92.9 FM, YaronaFM. Play rules and regulations with King Molf on the world famous Sunday Soccer Show.
This segment is not about social conformity nor to interfere or intervene with any event or proceedings out there. What we discuss here is not preemptive nor prescriptive, but it is descriptive of the best practices as articulated, exemplified under FIFA, CAF, BFA, and of late the BFL statutes. Without any further ado, Carl's interest segment, we're going to look at FIFA regulations on status and transfer of players, otherwise known as TRS-TP. We're going to look at Article 18. Last week we looked at Article 16 and Article 17. Article 18 BIS, third-party influence on clubs. No club shall enter into a contract which enables the counter club or counter clubs and vice versa or any third party to acquire the ability to influence in employment and transfer related matters, its independence, its policy, or the performance of its team. The FIFA Disciplinary Committee may impose disciplinary measures on clubs that they do not observe this set out obligation. 18 TER, third-party ownership of players' economic rights. No club or player shall enter into an agreement with third party where a third party is being entitled to participate either in full or in part in compensation payable in relation to the future transfer of a player from one club to another, or being assigned any rights in relation to a future transfer or transfer compensation. The interdiction as paragraph 1 comes into force in the 1st of May 2015. Agreements covered by paragraph 1 which predate the 1st of May 2015 may continue to be in place until their contractual expiration. However, that duty may not be extended. The validity of any contract covered by paragraph 1 signed between 1 January 2015 and 30 April 2015 may not have a contractual duration of more than 1 year beyond the effective date. By the end of April 2015, all existing agreements covered by paragraph 1 needed need to be recorded within the transfer machine system. All clubs that have signed such agreements are required to upload them in their entirety, including possible annexures or amendments in TMS, specifying the detail of third-party consent, the full name of the player, as well as the duration of the agreement. The FIFA Disciplinary Committee may impose disciplinary measures on clubs or players that do not observe this obligation. That was that for tonight, Carlos. As we looked at Article 16, talking about third-party ownership of players' economic right and also third parties' influence on clubs.
Understanding the rules of the game. Play rules and regulations with King Morph.
Yeah, we're looking for some new music. Over.
If you want your music to be part of the YaronaFM playlist, email music@yaronafm.co.bw for consideration. Live the music. In 1999, they said it wouldn't even last 5 years. Well, it's been 25. And we thank you for being there with us for all of it. YaronaFM, live the music. This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show. Sundays, 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM. At Fox Patimo on Twitter and the Gram. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the station, its management, nor its advertisers. Siruwe Rihahela Ngwanak, the hottest in number all day on 102.9 FM. YaronaFM. This is the hot seat on the Sunday Soccer Show.
It's 6:35 on YaronaFM, and Botswana will miss the 2024-25 CAF Champions League season after Johnny Galaxy's failure to reach the tournament group phase. They were eliminated by Orlando Pirates of South Africa 3-0 on aggregate after a 1-0 defeat in Johannesburg on Saturday last night in the qualifying stage. So to learn more about this and what it indicates going forward, we are talking to our analyst and coach Mupulusi Raizanye, who's joining us on the line. Vatsera, Coach Afcon. Koshapu Brayaka, Intsijang off season. How is when team in a
I give it a very team, we can find Piki, Pilene, or a team in our region, in the Catling, Kupilong, as and one Amazon, Chicago, Vanoko, Kavatus.
Aha. Bamo Division Bank.
Division 1.
Huh? Huh?
Negre ezen when you get regiment dancing,
yeah, go ba molela re morena harna madi. Me expertise ya ga go ra e tlhoka. Ya no howly free.
Ezen
Re traina kana ko eli o ta kwano o ta go re thusa.
about to confuse the coach.
Ona me go ntse hayela go tlhoka team coach.
Hey, how the motor football ya ka nana go sa se so se mama ke tota wa itse. Ba go ita di na go tsa bo training ya na ba re le sa gore nka bolo ko mabaleng mo.
No, Moscow, something will come before long.
Can they say no? You also perform go Palape.
Hey, what are the project to go Palape? I can say Palape.
Not so long, I'm get.
Hey,
Aye, it's 11 when.
Yeah, gotta have your cabatsula ball. o ska ba bata go isa go ke bona mo bata go isa teng. Sure, AFCON. So yesterday in lebeletse one of the most important games we'll ever watch ya season e le mo go yone as Botswana e le gore re latetse Orlando Pirates re le jwaneng Galaxy, and hopeful because kana in the last time kana the previous season gore Galaxy tsene go di group stage in tsa CAF Champions League e hitile ka yone Orlando Pirates, and re dumela gore maybe a goal in the first half or even late in the second half ne can settle Pirates, and then we could see gore ke ensere ka se dirang, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. We lost 3-0 on aggregate. What did you learn from the two legs of that tie?
Yeah, folks, a very difficult fixture for Ghana Galaxy because I think in the previous season no go sena pressure e kalo e no gore ke kanya gore Ghana Galaxy are playing a powerhouse in Orlando Pirates, so the expectations were always little in terms of them winning that encounter. But go win game ya no e go change somewhere for this season ha ba kopana le Orlando Pirates. Even for Orlando Pirates, I'm really team gore me ka ska ya ba ya Ghana Galaxy ele team gore ka nna motlhofo gore ba ka ija. Again, the coach deployed two different approaches in the first leg and the second leg. The first leg, Ghana Galaxy started the game by way too defensive, which I believe they were trying to hold off the game as much as possible, or in the 0-0, maybe just to frustrate the opposition and later on change into an attacking mode to try and find the winning goal. But that didn't work for them, and unfortunately they conceded late in the first half, and second half they opened the game a bit. Kadisabo, but they are more attacking-minded players, and then they went on to concede later on in the late stage of the game. For the second leg yesterday, straight from the start, Ghana Galaxy deployed a more attacking approach and more attacking players. But unfortunately, they just couldn't score goals whenever they were presented with opportunities to score. Though they played an open game, there wasn't much of chances created. I said it before the game, before we face Pirates, one of the sports analysts there. Ghana Galaxy since our pre-season training, they don't look like a team that can score. Fox, they've played 3 friendlies in South Africa. They lost 1-0 in all those games. They played the General Managers Cup where they drew 0-0 with the Gunners and later on won the final 1-0 between Northwani. And they scored via penalty in that game. Then they faced African Stars of Namibia and they scored 1 goal. So they've been a team that seems to be struggling up front in terms of scoring goals.
Should we be worried more especially when you are playing against Orlando Pirates? Kana, this was a game a hand test between us and a much more established Premier League side.
Yes, we should be very worried because I always say, Botswana, when we look at teams like Township Rollers, Gaborone United, the Ghana Galaxy, and ORAP, whenever they participate in the CAF competitions, we should be concerned about that performance because those are teams that fit the national team. And for me, there are common trends between these teams that are more careful and the performance of the Zebras in the international stage. The two obvious similarities is 1, the inability to score goals. 2, how we concede late in the dying minutes of the game.
So ne ke lebeletse sengwa bona nna I think ha ke itse gongwe kana ke paronyana la modimo, but ne ke akanya gore this chopping and changing of players, especially in key positions, go nna go introduce di players tse dintšha ko Galaxy gongwe go ka tša go disturb rhythm ya team. Is this something that we should also look into?
Yes, it's a concern because it says to you there might be a problem in terms of the recruitment structure to say ha re le team ra go signa motshameki ra go batla motshameki re batla motshameki wa selebego wa se sentseng jang motshameki o tla go bankanya eng se re shotang ka sone re le setlhopha kana re tswa hela be ra go tsaya the hottest player that is available on the market be re motisa mo teaming me a sena phata then later on e be re decide gore monno ga re thusiano ra montsha e be ra go tsaya mo but for me I think in terms of recruitment really be ha joining Galaxy elenting in terms of side foreign recruitment. If we are going to play in the Champions League really team and go as far as the group stages twice, it should say to us what our next recruitment, when it comes to recruiting foreigners, we must go all out and get foreigners still on what they are used to competing in CAF Champions League football. Probably players who've been consistent in the group stages, probably players who've made it beyond the group stages because we want to improve the quality and the standard of the football club.
I think you're mentioning a very good point about the recruitment of foreign nationals. Do you think that should be the case only for joining Galaxy in terms of the stature of the players with those qualities to Ribalola, it's our national team having played in CAF and all, and then also how level the recruitment this season as compared to how the team was structured last season for them to eventually win the league and be in Champions League in last season.
I don't think it shouldn't be a question of joining Galaxy in terms of recruitment. It should go across. But most importantly, we'll look at the clubs that have got the financial muscle to compete and even to pay hefty salaries to say, if you are joining Galaxy, if you are Swap Flamingos, if you are Orapa United, if you are Gaborone United, if you are Township Rollers, the quality of foreigner, if you are Morupule, the quality of players that you bring that are foreigners should be exceptional. It shouldn't be a player or pound to pound is at par with the local players that we have, because those are the players that should add the quality to the club and quality to Botswana football in general. Coming to issue recruitment, they are joining Galaxy in this transfer window. I think for me, it was a matter of just trying to beef up the squad to say, let's have more options in terms of our squad, or if we can bring extra quality players, then it boosts our chances of us competing better in the Champions League. But like I'm saying to you, they went for the best players locally, yes. It helps them in terms of the quality of the squad, but I think one area that they should focus more in terms of boosting their squad and giving them a better chance of competing internationally, is how they recruit the foreign nationals. Because if we are going to do anything in football, we should benchmark and look out at how other clubs do that. If you look at a club like Mamelodi Sundowns, how they recruit the foreign nationals, they go for players who are Kobo Brazil, Kobo Argentina, top quality players that you cannot find in the domestic league.
Num, how big is the difference between the two teams in terms of quality of play? Because in many instances, the difference between us and South Africa, national teaming, qualify AFCON and World Cup.
I don't think there's much of a difference. The only difference that I see, Foxy, in terms of the player joining Galaxy, or even how we play internationally as compared to other countries, is the ability of us to score. When we play teams that are teams like Bo Pirates, any chance they get to score a goal, they'll surely score a goal. And you look at the goal that they scored, my man. The moment they regained possession and they were taking, how the Pirates, you could just predict this goal is going to end up in the back of the net. The second goal, whether in season, I think it was around the 88th minute, the same player had. You could tell or no, this team is going all out to score, and although they missed, but the patterns of attack, which are just there, you can tell what now this team highly attacker. But for us, I'm sorry to say this, but the attackers are now they haphazard. They come by luck. You hardly say these are blend and rehearsed moves.
Oh, okay. Earlier on, you mentioned like looking at the game, Joining Galaxy was never going to score, and you even painted history to say these are the number of friendlies that they played. And actually, at the beginning of the show, I mentioned that in the past 6 games that we had played continentally, be it at the national team or at the CAF Champions League or Confederations, we've only scored 1 goal. And you look at today, we scored through, a set piece ko rapa. So are you saying we have a crisis more attacking, and what could be the solution?
We've got a very big crisis more attacking, and I think the solution is we need to do thorough research. Research, and we need to identify the problem. Why is it that we are failing to score goals? Is it because we are failing to create chances? If we are failing to create chances, why? Is it because we are missing chances? If we are missing chances, why? And I think this is the job of the technical study group technical study group, but as far as I'm concerned, I can take a detailed report. No, these are the problems that we are having in Botswana football, and how can we address these problems? But we need to go back and say, in terms of player development, what is it that we are doing at development level? Has he prepared the player well enough for the competition stage in terms of delivery, in terms of scoring goals? Is it a question of our training methods? Are we training enough? Are we training specifically to score goals? Training
speaking of that, because it's a general problem, do you think it has a quick fix, or we need just a pragmatic shift altogether to say, therefore we need something new?
It's not something that we can do a quick fix. We need to sit down and say, we are failing in this regard. What is it that we have been doing? What allowed this thing is not working? Because it's everywhere. How we are national team, you are always sure the best the Zebras can do is to score just 1 goal. Nothing more than that. And the West, again, they are most likely to concede. So we need to sit down in terms of scoring goals and say, what is it that we are doing right, or what is it that we are doing wrong? But like I said, we need a pragmatic shift.
And to look at the fact that we hire foreigners, national team, as a coach, isn't it about time then we say that we don't have a solution? Can we stop and restart somewhere?
We need to start and restart somewhere. We are the only country without policies that address football problems. We no longer accepting foreign goalkeepers. I think now we need to sit down and say, I mean, transformation in football. They went as far back as development. They were, they don't get more touches on the ball because Bataneka 11v11. So we are going to start playing a development league of 7v7, 8v8, so that kids got more touches on the ball. It improves their game understanding, their technical ability, so forth and so on. But ka bokhutswane hela, the base of improvement in all international countries has always been based behind some sort of research that has been done. And now we need to go to that point where ra tswa ra boela go marago re shoota di video re tsere bana ba yidi kana ba limpo ba ira media ba go shoota di video across all leagues tsa Botswana, Premier League, First Division, second division, regional football, local development, and that analyzed by coaches to see what problems are there in terms of our tech, in terms of our finishing. Then a solid report they try identify the problem, kind of the problem. If they recommended solutions, then you've got something to act on. Harlan Tenka. Ba santse re phole thare tshwara kwa re tshwara kwa re le sa ga re itse gore bothata ke eng bore ba tang go bosolva ile re ka bosolva ya.
A re lebelle setlhopha sa Galaxy le Pirates. Pirates got into this game ba tshamekile game ya Wana League. They played 3 or 4 knockout tournament matches before they reached the final le gore ba go tshameka in 2 weeks time. Jaanong Galaxy, besides the 2 games tse ba di tshamekile in the previous round, they also a few players of them during the international break for the Zebras. Do you think that also played a role in Pirates having the edge over Galaxy? Kerare Bela Kanya, the quality and the lack of scoring. Yes,
it has always been a concern for me over the years. And the club of the in CAF competitions, they always played their first games, having not played any domestic games, and it's a disadvantage on their part because how we do more pre-season and more on a social class in Putaka more football on match competition fitness. So our clubs did more competition in this and match competition fitness where other clubs have played 2 or 3 league games and they've played that competition fitness. So it's time we realign our league so that our clubs are not disadvantaged. The Lord Nakara compete at least maybe just to get the team to the team chemistry going, just to build the fitness around competition, the demands of competition.
Still staying with the squad, Sajon and Galaxy, at the Alex Ferguson are the most difficult thing is coming back and doing it again. Do you think with the squad that they have, Bakahona will defend their title this season?
They can because they've got 2 good teams. I've watched a lot of their games, even the pre-season. Okaira di line up with the joining Galaxy or Harika compete so take away the reward already got hit a top 4. So and I think they'll be itching to get back to continental football. So and the only way to do that is for them to win the league again. But they will be worried on how do we win this thing if we are failing to score because it actually started towards the end of last season whereby they were just failing to score and they were winning matches by scoring single goals.
Top 4
Rasuma gore Galaxy taske khawa ni team itse 4 top 4 we wana ya
top 4 ya me the wana joining Galaxy, the wana Township Rollers, the wana Gaborone United, and surprise Morupule Wanderers.
Sente
the surprise.
Ora against all odds.
Obaya zakara go phala.
Against all odds.
I don't think batho ba le bantsi ba ka solofela Morupule gore ka getsa mo top 4, but the reason why I'm advocating for them is because of the quality of the coach that they have. And last season that I think it was a week before the league started. He didn't match hope pre-season and he made 1 or 2 signings and he kept them in the top 4. He got to Morupule, he did a lot of overhaul to the squad. He brought players that he believes they can help him. And I think one thing that has been lacking for Morocco, a total overhaul of the squad, because for the past Morocco, they changed the coach in Nemadio as I change, and I think he has brought the players that can really help him, especially the goalkeeper. That is strength of our goalkeeper. And if you have a goalkeeper, it's or he can give you close to between 7 and 10 clean sheets in the season, then you can be able to compete.
So, Coach, I mentioned as Orapa United in terms of your top 4. Do you think them playing the group stages at Confederation Cup and having to travel more Africa Obama in terms of the league position or Kaaba was some gaga in this season?
Obama because already locally teams okay, already locally Orapa United they affected by traveling. They travel a lot. And I think the last season before they played the final, they were most likely not to win the final because of the traveling that they had to do. They played one game, I think the semi-final here in Gaborone. They had to travel and play a game in Francistown against Tafik. Then they had to travel again back. So how Kopanya that with the amount of traveling that they'll be doing, Habalimedi group staging is going to be a lot for them.
Now, we were just talking about Botswana's exploits in the 2024-25 CAF Champions League after joining Galaxy eliminated Orlando Pirates 3-0 on aggregate. Now, I want us to cross over now to the CAF Confederations Cup because Orapa United, Team Erinsi Libuakayone, has done it after a 1-0 loss more legging last week. Nebasameka today, Ebebakwana win a 1-0, forcing the game to go to penalties, which they won 3-1. What did we learn in that game in terms of how they applied themselves in what was going to be a difficult second leg AFCON to make sure that Barivesa result there last week?
Yeah, unfortunately, but fortunately for us, the players that we know that we can talk to can match, and the feeling around Orapa United players after the one loss in the first leg was we dominated the game. It was just a matter of us creating chances which they felt or they failed to do. And that the team by then, I understand they were playing a very defensive game, Kirayone Dynamos. And for Orapa, I think today they went all out. Let's try as much as possible to get an early good rebalance and match. And we need to be honest. I think the football gods were with them. For Malapela to save a penalty just before the half time, then Orapa United to score the equalizer, and for Malapela to go again and save 2 to 3 penalties. Penalty shows the odds were with them. And personally, I'm happy for Orapa United. And I had hoped that Galaxy will go through, or for the first time, they've made it to the group stages by the CAF competitions. But it's a good thing for Orapa. They are on a rebuilding stage. They've done away with a lot of players, especially that Bandelo already were aging. They've got a young squad, and for them to achieve this, it's a great milestone for them. It's a great motivation, and I can only wish them the best. They don't have a proper number 9, but some of that force number 9. They've got an under 20 player who be the more Harito Rotala affect the whole Kayora Masaniki, Hata under 20 Alebako Mozambique Camoso. Will it kill the depth within the squad, or they'll find a way to survive in his absence? But we can only congratulate them and the new coach for reaching the group stages.
Mm-hmm. Can you unpack from a technical point of view, or it's very good for our teams to be playing in this kind of competitions, or for the players, or for the technical team, especially where our locals are concerned, or what are the things those 6 games in the CAF Confederations Cup from such a competition?
It's a big stage melting, and a big stage broadens your knowledge. It challenges, especially from the technical side, it challenges the coaches. You are exposed to a stage or you are not used to, and you have to up your game for you to compete there. So you are forced to do a lot of research. You are forced to try and adapt as fast as possible to the modern trends at the highest level, and it grows your knowledge. Even the interaction you have with other members of the technical team, the opposition, as well, and you meet game. And for our players, it ups the game because they're in a different competition, and the prospect there are this is the stage where I should sell myself. It brings the best out of them, but they're exposed to a high level of competition. It grows their game, and if you are somebody who is passionate and who dreams a lot, you say this is the stage that I want to be at and grow. And how drop your performance, you always gauge yourself in the international scene rather than what you are seeing locally.
Sure, King Afcon. Thank you so much for that, my king. We definitely learned a lot from this interview, and all the best with Team Yahawe. We twisang SN1 Komuchudi. Re capacity builder donate the bolo re support kana rena go ngo ko ya nteng morana re valwe
re dira SN1
what are we team go train like I will come SN when we are available.
You guys are welcome at any point. Re hela ha pele ga odi college ya morao ga mmolo le bala le ha mmolo le ke la rona go ratisang di bolo re na le di bolo di le 4 nyana ya la ra struggle train like a half 5 day every day of the week.
Asar tlopolela ke re Brazil go national team go under 20 da go hanka o jiga tinga bona re go
le Brazil na mo hiri a ke ra re mata tswa go godimo go ka teng ta tswa
na la za mo hiri hela gore ta kwa no lebe
ya a ke re ha ya ga afkhona le go mo lebe di players tse di gore di ka tsa tsana o ska sunya ba mmo shocking Afcon. Thank you so much Brayak.
Thank you brother.
Yeah, no. Afcon ona a connectela se sene se buiwa ko yana mo for sa gore this is a gauge that we should seriously look into, especially ha re batla go ipona gore ha kae from a technical point of view.
And qualification ya rap, it also spoke to our strength as a country to say re batho ba go brag, and our only hope kore mo re ka ba mo go gone hela ke win game ka di penalty. Kore if anything game is where dura 0-0
re la pe
e re e ala wa di penalty re tara ka di penalty ma go tsantse re ke tsa re ta gwa because we don't have a solution to scoring goals. And like I'm saying, Orapa depicts us, even the goal that they scored through a set play, which was a free kick, lifted, and whatever happened. And this is where we need to see how else can we score, because in terms of open play we are unable to get goals. So the other way of getting goals now is through set play, standard situations. Let's get something from that. But how was that the research against we already study group but
more far Bolton Wanderers.
No, we are. That's who we are.
Advantage.
And I get next to get a bit TD.
Hold on 1 second. Let's find the station.
Check it out. It's the real
YaronaFM, BW's best.
It's sensational.
Exactly.
YaronaFM.
Yeah, folks. I think Galaxy is going to replace some Sendani. Nyaho never sign who never sign never home Sendani. Never sign Netota. Kizar Gemung about the caliber tsa di players tse ne le gore ba go ba khone go mo replace na Wendell na hitsoro tshameka gore le mate le ne quality ya go e gone ho e go godimo thata ya gape mo mo ke dumela gore Galaxy e tshamekile le Pirates ne e bona mo TV e sem Pirates ne e kopang le one mo letsatsing leo mo matching ba tsile ba mo di tlhaloganyong tsa yone ba tshameka le Pirates ba e bone mo TV e senye ne ba kopang le yone ka tsatsi la match ha ne ba e tserela ka letsatsi la match nko ba winne tota.
Okay, thank you so much, Brayak.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Brayak.
1 second, let's find the station. Check it out. It's the real. YaronaFM, BW's best.
Yeah, no. Afcon ona a connectela se sene se buiwa ko yana mo for sa gore this is a gauge that we should seriously look into, especially ha re batla go ipona gore ha kae from a technical point of view.
Yeah. because Pirates ne se dangerous ka nere yone ba kgone go e tswala thata to.
AM to PM all day. The music slaps all day. YaronaFM. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the station, its management, nor its advertisers. This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show. Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM. YaronaFM.
It's giving youth culture. Live the music.
This is the hot seat on the Sunday Soccer Show.
It's 7:07 on YaronaFM, and if you like to comment or ask us questions about the topics we are discussing today, our WhatsApp line is +26739111066. You can hit us up with a voice note, and then we'll address it later on. Now, last week, Tariq Babitseng was crowned the new president of the Botswana Football Association, BFA, and he beat McLean Letswiti, who was running for a third term at the association's annual elective general meeting in Palape on Saturday. Babitseng will be assisted by the executive committee members, Maokane Mbontsetse, Vice President 1, and Tebogo Kamati, Vice President 2. Yeah, remote. He secured 21 votes while his predecessor got 16, and a rerun was on the cards because of the winner needed to get 70% of the votes to go through, but Letswiti accepted the defeat and chose to pull out of the rerun, giving the seat up to Babitseng, and that's a seat that he had occupied since 2016. So we want to talk more about that, what it means for Harlem and Botswana going forward, outcome ya BFA AGM yeo and what the future holds, and so that we get different perspectives and other minds who see the game differently from us, so that collectively Botswana we can add to this sport ya football. So today we are joined by sports writer and analyst Bongani Malunga Okako Francis Town. Haki mo reditse sentle ka go blue jacket to
Yeah, where are the blue?
Mo area W. So mpolel irile o dira mo ga borone wako Francis Town o bo change from Ronwa Red Bull to Reboost.
Reboost ka magwing.
Baja mpa hakile ya loko blue jacket ba re ke ska be ka tako ke lebelle zebras mo TV ba re ke bua nnoto ke re ba nna mo Reboost o gona go bona ka 5 maphakela re pagama base motho a no Reboost ka 5 phakedi motho o booster e retso
o re shakale di sales yo tsamaya.
Good to have you here, my king. You know, we know the outcome of the BFA AGM last week. Were you expecting a new president going into that elective AGM?
I was 50-50 because I think in the last few months, the occurrence where they might have changed the views because I think going into the election, 50-50 because election in how can level up over the years, it has always gone down to a differential, 4 votes, 5 votes. So close. So next I expect a landslide for anyone. That's why I get 50-50. So I'm not really surprised.
Okay, let us look at those issues still in recent times. Might have swayed the voters to the other side.
Hey, I think it's unfortunate for the issue Egypt. I think it would be unfair to just point the finger at the former president. But when you are the president, the buck stops with you. So unfortunately, he had to roll with the punches. Then in Ditaka being in that position. So I think when that happened, it swayed a lot of minds. Maybe there needs to be a change in the way Bolwar Nare Ranangati. It takes something of that sort to change the views about. So that's how I interpreted Safira in Kanakoyuni.
So before re bua ka the new president le gore going forward re let's go bona mo go ena, let's talk about the state of football in Botswana right now. Where are we? Ke eng se se shortang? Which areas do we need to address?
I think the main issue tota re le gore re na le ngwa ga re ntse re bua ka yone ke development. Development ha ke bua hela ka development in a general sense. Ke bua ka the money that we pump into development. Because if you I like to give South Africa as an example. Like a case study e leng gore ke dumela gore re ka ithuta sengwe mo go yona bona. How ka level la gone kwa gone jana go na le channel e leng gore mo Super Sport is dedicated to school sports. But o bo level la le other youth leagues tsa gone kwa gore they are given financial assistance go tele media attention e leng gore go di ba. So I think that's the main area e leng gore re leka mo go yone e leng gore ta be feeder di teams tsa rena di tona. So I think if we can pump more money there, go ka nna botoka thata. And o gore go uta ke bua ka media le nna ke re tsenya mo teng bona gore I think maybe we need to do a better job of asking the right questions. So because most of our reporting I think we are reactive. Reactive re bua ka se se diragalang at that moment, but gongwe ha re tsenele more to the needs the youth. I think maybe we can be a better voice for them going forward.
Now, President Tomon Chakio, and one of the things that he said, na robatla re gonne le football pitso, he keeps mentioning the leaders BFA at different levels, at different offices, go bata go kopanwe go buiwe re tle re bona gore bolo re ka isa kae. Do you think that's the right approach gore ya nong re phuthane hela re nne bantsintsi go nne le yone youth pitso yeo di idea di phore ene e be re e le gona re decide gore ra go pele ja?
I think it's the best move for football Yarona, because I think maybe it shows more his thoughts right now they're not only about him as a president, but about football as a collective. Because one of his strong points is transparency and accountability. And a platform the football people. To promote transparency, because an engagement open, and I hope it's open to the media and the public as well. That accountability maybe but in the previous administrations voice so that that understanding where did we go wrong in the past in order to move forward.
I think looking at the 2 points that you raised about what was in the manifesto, especially accountability and the other one, in terms of tolerance, do you think where we are right now with the new president, tolerance, ideas from elsewhere to come into the picture and also contributes to say going forward? Because tolerance has always been a challenge. How about also
Yes, I believe so, because I think one Tariq's strong point is he's media trained. He's always talk from perspective the engagement he's a person who is always open to so that he can delve more into the issue. Many presidents, I'm trying to they were not really open books. So I think he's much more of an open book, and I think he's that one person. He's always looking to improve, because
gone yana ga bui hela ka se leng gore o sitisa mo tafoleng wa bona o bua gape ka what needs to be done for other people to be involved. So I think that's a big thing from other presidents.
Yes, sir. And what new developments do you expect to see from the new press?
I expect to improve regional structures because in so many elections regions, it's like they only matter every 4 years. For he has pledged the training facility enhance hotel administrative capacity at the region. He has also committed to giving 10% of all BNSC, LCAF, and FIFA grants to the region. So another thing to improve or to consolidate women's football. If please, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. The previous leadership before Litsuti, I think they might have been the first people who are a woman in the National Executive Committee. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe you can confirm that for me. Okay. So how if they are still seeing that I think it's a good thing. Another thing happened. What else did he promise? He also promised to provide the public and the media transparency financial matters. Now this is the tricky part, because over the years this has also always been a sort of like a closed secret. Financially only through the AGM. So maybe if he has pledged a platform whereby financial matters they communicate in an open manner to the public, to the media, so that Rona reaches to the public. I think that's another step in the right direction.
How much do you trust the incumbent? Because his predecessor was and how much do you trust this one?
I trust him in the sense that he knows the system. He's not new to the inner workings of the BFA. I mean, Tota is always viewed as a bad thing. Before, but I think it's a plus, because he won't rely on second-hand information. He knows who to trust, who not to trust. So I think to look over the BFA with a hawk's eye. Or maybe he has learned a lot from experience at Ahahwe. Yeah.
Is there anything else regarding this issue? So somebody knows in King Bongs.
I think it would be important for the leadership here, even if it's not a monthly thing, but maybe a quarterly engagement with the media, because I believe that media also on a platform where we engage with the BFA on a regular basis, not only for us to disseminate the information, but to also get to know them. Because I believe there are so many media outlets they have been blackballed, they've been blacklisted from who hear the interview and who hear information. So I think if those engagements can nothing, who can an open area whereby they can understand where we come from, learn and understand where they come from, because at the end of the day, football ya rona gore re ise go level tse di go godimo.
Away from the president, Harry Lebella, the whole NEC holistically, what do you make out of it? Are they the right kind of people by Loro Dumela, with the along with the president, they can better our football or any other things regarding our football?
I think they are, because Hawker level, these are kind of Hawker level, so the profiles of these people. They have not only worked but very clear more the club structuring, league structures. Some of them have been VPs before. They all bring different elements. Like regional leveling, at club level, at BFA level. All of them, they have different things, different experiences to understand if there's a regional problem. They already know related to that. If there's a problem, go first division south, go first division north, there's someone who can already have an answer or provide a go-between for the BFA and that structure. So all of them, they have different different backgrounds. They can aid the president.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bongani Malunga, sports writer and analyst. Remetse the edition tse dingwe gape tsa dibuka tsa gago o sa lo kwala buka ya gore re itlhoboge ka World Cup. Ha wa change stance kana World Cup ke ya no nyena le di preliminary itele ke likinyana ga wa change stance go ngare ka ditsukunyetsa under the new structure.
Ga ke tsore ke nge sa change stance. Maloba gore Morocco e goroge mo semi-finale. One thing that I noted mo bukeng gore I think it's important for us gore re either improve the academy tsa rona kana re isa our best talents to Europe where they can be trained. How ka level a bulk, if not all of those players ba Morocco, most of them were either born in Europe or ba ile gone kwa for the to the academy tsone tsa gone go Europe. So how can that was an African country, but they were all European trained. So those are the things it's until I can see something from Rona hela ka borona so re ke re batho ba Morocco ga se Africa, but what I'm saying is until I can see our product ba eleng gore ba tswa straight mo Africa ba re elevate ke gona ele gore gongwe mind wa mo ka change, but Morocco ya change mind ya mo go kalo because those players they're European products. So we shouldn't expect anything less from them.
Thank you so much, my king. Have a great week.
Thank you so much.
That was Bongani Malunga Ribuaka, the new executive committee of Botswana Football Association, and the issues that they need to address ASAP. On the other side, in 2 minutes, we're going to jump into your voice notes. You can also send us your 2 cents about how we performed MoCAF Champions League and how we performed MoCAF Confederations Cup.
That was The Hot Seat on the Sunday Soccer Show.
You are listening to BW's best.
YaronaFM. The audacity.
No hard feelings. Lift the music.
It's 7:26 on YaronaFM. Did you attend the first Simply Piano event? If not, don't miss the second edition happening this Friday, the 27th of September at Royal Area Stadium in Tlokweng, featuring Melo and Sleazy, Amos, Tyler ICU, and Youngstana, amongst others. We have MCs such as THABO, and VIP host will be Cindy Makatini. Tickets are available at web ticket outlets and selected Likarama stores for only $150 single and $250 double. Friday the 27th of September 2024, Simply Piano, powered by Boxyard.
Are you receiving calls from anyone claiming to be from Sifalana, asking for your personal or banking details because they say you won a prize? Beware, it's a scam. Rest assured, Sifalana will never ask for your personal information over the phone. These scammers are after your hard-earned money. If you receive such a call, hang up, block the number, and report it to the police. Stay vigilant. Don't be a victim. Sifalana Saruna, 50 years of creating value.
Banding Rihahela Ngwanak, the hottest the number all day on 102.1 FM, YaronaFM.
And the powers rests and the vision with President Tariq Babitsi. He's the one to shape and mold the way forward. How in the next 4 years our football is going to look like. And my belief is that he's going to surround himself with the best expertise, the best experience, the best knowledge that can drive the vision that we all aspire as football lovers, sponsors and partners. And this is exactly why I'm saying that we don't have any more time to wait.
This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show, Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM.
Hey, Malfo, lele kokola. Ah, nations video Fox Galaxy Rugby. Which very players are national team. Some give it hard that give it this is really a as I'm that's good man our national stone and let's up because so I will walk on a war by the relay no about so Lali can say her energy super LP so that was an amount of gas in here.
Nanto sikyo utisa aspect when are Galaxy LP are la pile are lisizini hala stiene nzoba bafana baba la pile ya no nantos nampolelo re usually ha team ya bolo la pile go tsana go e ka gore la polo
agre ne ile of season ga ga ta or muritse posota
nya o sontso ra send voice note gore bolele la ita ka tsana
ka mo tseparant
ya ka tsana mo live navigation yana ka 7:35 re bolele gore gone team ya bolo ha ela pile e tlhoka nako e kae gore la pologe kana e tlhoka gore go iragaleng gore la pologe because gantsi off season ke gone go go itapoloswa teng.
The YaronaFM Sunday Soccer Show, Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox. In 99, they said it wouldn't even last 5 years. Well, it's been 25. And we thank you for being there with us for all of it. YaronaFM, live the music.
Hashtag 25.
Are you looking for convenience, quality, and affordability? Pass by our newly opened On The Go by Choppies and Puma Energy at Boatle Puma Energy Fuel Station, where we offer groceries and a wide range of services tailor-made just for you. On The Go by Choppies opens 24 hours, 365 days a year for your shopping pleasure. Then we tell us also batang On The Go. On The Go by Choppies. Convenience at its best.
Get your favorite Orange and Orange Money services in one place. The brand new all-in-one Maxit app gives you everything you need to do the most. Max your life. Download the app.
You. Yes, you. We know you are a liker of nice things.
You know yourself.
So, say jealousy. Keep it locked right here.
YaronaFM.
Punyama sele we Punyama sele ka use ule butala au bafana maru Punyama sele we Punyama sele ka use ule butala au bafana maru
Kahela Ngwanaka, the hottest the number all day on 99.9 FM. YaronaFM. At Fox Patimo on Twitter and the gram.
But Sira King Moth. Yo. Kunti jambra yaka?
No, ke 5 liters la relaxer ke imoti.
We modile relax. Kante sanze le relaxer. Yeah. Go santse go ira gona le ngwe bogolo go te ga te black like me. Eh, sanze le
Nga le tsavi, na ke besa ka taka lovely.
Let's come sa pikara. No let's come sa pikara.
Ake ja b-ball. Ne ke se ga mara ka. Yeah, just a bit. Yeah.
I can I turn to trade at
Na ke tsena go msala pula ne ke khatha dikhathe tsa ga shaba ranks. Mo ke bona le mosego a ngwe ile bile ka side ka ha go nna le line yana. Ne ke le maswe.
Fox Patimo on Twitter and the gram.
Hold on 1 second, let's find the station.
Check it out. It's the real
YaronaFM, BW's best.
Sensational.
Exactly.
YaronaFM. The world famous Sunday soccer show. Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM.
7:33 on YaronaFM. Life is a continuous process of learning and evolving. Throughout the journey, people face several challenges in today's world. Therefore, mental health, personal development, and life coaching are a necessity. This is why the Sunday Soccer Show has life navigation with Tumelo Masalila at 7:35 p.m. to guide the way. He is a qualified life coach who's dedicated to helping Botswana to reach their full potential through self-awareness and counseling. Today
we are raising a happy child, folks. Yes.
Like that. Also, it's like that.
Nyar.
Apos. Usul here.
Negera a usul he.
Usul asul here.
Ngwana a ke re bua ka go tsa wa na ke tsa topic ha be le itsuri ke ho na ke go tsamela
ya mo mo tlhotlheleza gore a re sengwe se
ke a be ke se tsa go tsamela ke re masedi ha o mo latela go office ko wa go lisa kwa and o mo sibidi ya ro akanya o tswa counseling o mo sibidi o tao o sunetsa o le guni ba tshoi botsa fox o sunetsa ana go apeile ka ya no ke kira counseling ya me go neha
abe home ground advantage like that mongwe le balela
sa bo go le magasi ga se gone a ba go tsenya hala go tswalla batho ba ntse ba heta ka digala sara ba go bona tsolo.
Good evening, Ramasalila.
Good evening, Sally guy.
Let's start ka temana re bala thamaga ha ka mo tsela gompieno.
Arabale abadumele ka kose arabale mo Isaiah 54. Reta simolla mo go verse 2.
Isaiah 54 verse 2.
Nka e bala gongwe ka bona konyana.
Hey ke yone.
Yare, enlarge the place of your tent. Stretch your tent curtains wide. Do not hold back. Lengthen your cords. Strengthen your stakes. And then it goes on to verse 3. For you will spread out to the right and to the left. Your descendants will dispossess nations and settle in their desolate cities. The last verse, verse 4. Do not be afraid. You will not be put to shame. Do not fear disgrace. You will not be humiliated. You will forget the shame of your youth and remember no more the reproach of your widowhood. So in a nutshell, why the Servatang Hosahakola Bariti Barona, Kelo Kolamudimo Libu Akimo Profita Isaiah, Ele Kagolo, Neisiwa, Me Ishupatata Honore. There's a reason why Harrison Saritidile. We need to do all that we can and do it to the fullest. We need to go all out. Go big or go home. As long as you are still breathing, I want to tell you that if there is anything good that you have to your advantage right now, is the fact that you are still alive.
Do not count your losses. Do not count what is not working, but count the fact that you still have a chance, and a chance is the life and the breath that which you hold. So, enlarge your place, stretch your tent, do the best and do the foremost. But normally, what holds people back from stretching and doing the biggest or the best of their lives is fear. And one thing I learned about the word fear, it appears in the Bible 365 times. And more in its appearance, God is still saying, do not fear. Because fear is one of the things that hold people from taking bold steps. Maybe also making the right stretches in the right direction. Fear is one of the things that has held many people back today as we speak. They are not where they should be because of fear. But God has mentioned fear everywhere in the Bible, 365 times. With fear, you are going to not do much. Why did you not own that house? Why didn't you not complete that course? Why didn't you not marry that man or that woman? Why didn't you start that business? And many people will start counting their fears. And God is saying, do not be afraid or neither shame. Shame can also be something the experiences di maswe kana di go khotswa mo go ntsi mo botshelong. Modimo a re lebala ka tseo. As a day starts tomorrow on a Monday, put on your A game and stretch towards your goals and stretch towards every aspect of your life. Or even forget about the shame that came during your youthful time. Why, during our youth, we made terrible mistakes. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. You did things that you shouldn't have done. God is saying to you, forget about them. But look at stretching towards your goals and what you need to achieve. And this is what I want to share with our listeners today, Jorge. As long as you still breathe, you still have a chance to achieving what you have to achieve out there.
Amen. Thank you so much for that scripture, Mr. Masela. Let's get to today's topic. Raising a happy child. Maybe what age?
Well, the brackets differ. I think out I am from, let's say, from 0 to 12. That's when we regard it's a vulnerable one. You're something I talk at guardian. You're something I talk at that somebody to speak on their behalf and somebody to make decisions on their behalf. Or those are the ones who qualify to the child. But then when you move from 12 to 18, the brackets are changing. And now 18 to 35 to honorary youth, according to the youth charter, according to Melao ya Botswana. That's the processes that are followed. But the racing part starts from 0 up to 18, where it's the critical times where you need to make proper deposits. That is after 18 then enough to stand on their feet and make sound decisions.
All right. So, what brings happiness to a child?
Happy, in the context of what we are talking about, we want to take it from the point where we want to say a happy child. Before we talk about what brings it about, a happy child has support and a loving environment. Now, this will constitute towards what brings about a happy child. Support and a loving environment where they feel secure and where they feel very valued. These are the things that would answer your question right now. Ori, are you the type of a parent who's fostering the right support? And this support could mean in all aspects, emotionally, physically, financially, in all aspects. And then also the environment. are you keeping up an environment in which ngwana e kare a gola a lemoga gore me gologa o tsote tse di botlhatswa di ne tsa beelwa ko thoko gore ke kgone go tshela botoka, an environment where you are not going to express yourself anyhow because o mo tikologong ya bana o kelello ya gore o na le bana gore ga o re ke anwa ka gore ke na le madi ba ta tlhaloganya gore ke madiane ga o bese mma bone kana ga o bese rra bone o re ba ta tlhaloganya gore ke tenegile ga o dire se ka hatlang. That's a loving environment, and then this too then best is what we call security and also ngwana o golang anonohile because ona le self-esteem e go godimo ka lebaka la gore he's waile mo tikologong ebile wa amogetse support ya na ipoka.
All right.
Let me give you just one or two just to drive the point home. The aspects that you can look at where we can say a parent ideally who's going to create a supportive and a loving environment. Open communication. We encourage someone to express their feelings and their thoughts openly. And this is new to our context to date. You know, your today we're talking about millennials and Gen Zs. We are saying to parents, an open communication is what will help them step up and keep up. Because you're willing self-esteem, thrive well. Even so you want to make sure that there's open communication where they can express themselves and express their thoughts and their feelings. Their intellect today is far better than you know, how le motsadi o kana le kelelo o gona go thusa le go mo thopela sekwele go mo thopela uniform di subject go ska mo tsela ditshotso tse leng gore di tsa hela di mo beile mo kgatellong o gona gore a go bolelle ga sa itumela gore kana malome o ntshwara ka tsela e seng yone. So open communication is what will help. Quality time is one of the things that brings about a supportive and a loving environment. And quality time, you spend time together doing activities they enjoy. Obviously, but at the same time, let's meet halfway. Lebana, so that you don't force them to be in places and you don't force them to do things. But we are going to be responsible parents such that moving the environment is not safe. The last one, model behavior. This one is very important. I'm saying to parents, you need to exhibit a behavior and an attitude that a child can adopt. Nowadays, we root parenting at a larger scale. Can a child adopt your life? Can a child look at your life and admire it and say, you know what, if I fail, at least they are the benchmark. This makes you as a parent to be selfless. How on a daily basis. Thank you so much.
A re lebelle sengwe re maselle gore ke dumela gore ga ngwe gape gona le bana ba ile gore ba goroga ka go wena gongwe o ba thusa ka tsone tsa maikutlo counseling gore ke eng so se itemogetseng from maybe a population in terms of ba ile gore ba goroga go ile mathata ile ba gona gore ba express it to you ha ntse ba thusa
tata ke di interest tsa bone wa itse batsadi ga ba in sync le se bana ba se bonang kana ba sa nywang mo maranyane le mo tikologong e ba tshela mo go yone so ngwana o tabata re kana nna tata career based obviously ke batla go ya kwa mme o na antorelase These are one of the things that are a huge conflict, especially today when we speak about music and athletics or sports. But we have those parents who are still rigid. You know what? The arts, the creatives, the hobby. So we have kids. I've had an opportunity to counselor from UB. They had FD, but nna gompieno ke ha ke stuck o tabogile a robata madi re ke boele sekoleng ke go dira course ele ebile o ikitele tsuba tota ebile a re o tala la o di heditse di account tse ko teng wa tshameka. And you know go botlhoko ka gore motsadi o ikita itupana o ikitele ka tupa and ngwana ena ga dumalane. So it's very hard go no go a ile gore o simola o ruta motsadi go bua le ngwana gagwe o simola o ruta ngwana go retsa motsadi wa gagwe o bo simola o bata mothala gore tsela ela tegile ha kae. So one of the things that you would say le gore ke tla go pana le tsone ke tsone tseo tsa di interest ga ngwe gape go na le kganya gore ngwana mo tseleng motsadi a ba thokile go nna teng to the fullest where ngwana na exchange between masika and then all that. Ha go la jaanong ga itse gore o bolela mang ka ditiragalo dingwe. I had a painful one time ngwana na re ipile mme motsadi wa ga saitse, and they had a detachment ene le motsadi and ga re kopana le bone gompieno ba le batona and go thanya bone le hela bone gore le jana ngwana o palwa ke go bolela mmago gore kana nna ina rankisitse ko bokete kwa ke ne ka ithaka iriwa jana mme le jana ga itse ke mbolele ka gore ke motho eleng gore ga a bate go reetsa gantsi ga ke bua le ene. So go lo mo go buildile a huge wall such that ngwana o tsela botshelo jwa go a le nosi ebile ga a bate go kopana go pele motsadi wa gagwe kana jang. Ya bo hello ke rejection. I think I've had a case or two this year ene ke na le decline te bata bo ba re nna motsadi wa mona nkgana ke tawa go ternta tekiole o heta hela yana mme o na le bana go gongwe. And those are the other things they gore ngwana ha tswa ga go le sentle ga go no go tap into their personality well because he or she grows ali shaped in a box, and rejection is something that they suffer from, and the relationship with bone ga di bereke. And ba bangwe ba ke buang ka bone bo ba tsilele gore mathata ke relationship, but I realize on the long run gore there was a rejection that happened in the process ya motsadi. And you know it becomes a battle gore o kopanya yang ngwana le motsadi yo a sa mmateng ya no o simola go mo ruta gore you can stand for yourself without that person. O simola go mo go leka go baakanya tlhaloganyo ya gore a itse gore wa itse gore keng go tlhoka a sense of belonging can also be a way of surviving in this lifetime. So ke ngwa di kgethorra tse leng gore di etse di nne teng tse
7:50 on YaronaFM. We're hanging out with Mr. Tumelo Masalila on life navigation, and today Ribuaka, the relationship between parents and their children. How can we make it fruitful? On the other side, we're going to wrap up our discussions right after this.
The YaronaFM Sunday Soccer Show, Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox. Live the music. YaronaFM.
Nka tlhokomela jang ngwana fa simolla go tsholola fela fa le tshololo le simologa siela ngwana motswako wa le tshololo ORS fa ngwana kotla ya zinc sulfate siela ngwana metsi kgapetsa go feta jaaka gale amusa ngwana kgapetsa tswelela ka go jesa ngwana go feta jaaka gale le tshololo le bolaya ka go ntsha metsi le matswai mo mmeleng nosa ngwana motswako wa le tshololo fela fa simolla go tsholola molaetsa o utlisediwa ke ba lephata la botsogo ka tshwaragano le lekalana la UNICEF.
Are you in a hurry but want quick, quality and affordable goods? Do you want to grab some groceries after a late night work shift? On the Go by Choppies and Shell got you. Pop in at our newly opened On the Go by Choppies convenience shops for groceries and a wide range of services for your shopping pleasure. On the Go by Choppies now open 24 hours. Arekopanego Shell Fairgrounds and Broadest in Gaborone. On the Go by Choppies, your one-stop fuel and top-up shop.
Pizza Nemolopo. Tumelo. Bumo 97.4 FM. YaronaFM. This is the The world famous Sunday Soccer Show. Sundays, 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM.
Mr. Masalila, you earlier on mentioned model behavior is one of the ways that we can teach happiness to kids or children. What are other things happiness?
Yes, sir. I think the other thing here, like encourage your children to be independent. That's one of the things that as parents we can do and teach. What we're saying is allow them to make choices and learn from their mistakes. Independence, call them down and sit them down and say, what is delaying? We should delaying. What are the consequences of this? And because on a abale mabadi mo mmeleng a dilele di pain tsa mmele o mo hatantsa gore a thamalle ko dikakanyong tse di mo isitseng ko di mistaking tsa gagwe a bo le buitsana ka gone gongwe o ka dira di punishment tsa go mo itsa dilo dingwe so that they think long and hard about what they could have done. The other thing hela senka sibuang ka bukutshane e nna gone gore you need to also try by all means to, more positive reinforcement. You praise their efforts and accomplishments. You need to pat them on the back. Do not blink when a child comes to you with a milestone. Please. And I see this on a regular because I stay around people. Please. That's a critical time to support and to pat them on the back and tell them they are doing well. Mahokwabo wabo abueng. Wabo dirabu wana. Wabe elimu. Udidimata wana to an extent that kamo sole mo tlase wa go didima. Because wa go taba go ntamahata. Na chonchore antamahata. So, and then the last thing hela is also to more healthy boundaries, where you started clear and consistent rules. And rules are there to help bana gore ba ska ba ititela ba ile out of beyond the scope or beyond where you'd expect them to do. Because it could help them understand expectations. So rules are there so that you can help them build a healthy safe space for themselves. So those are the things that I can encourage parents to really entertain and to take heed of.
So how can we tell that a child is happy, Mr. Masalila? Re ka bona ka eng ke dikaedi tse leng gore re ka di ha go supa gore ngwana o mme ene o itumetse ka gona le boitumelo mo go ena.
The expression ngwana o itumetseng wa o na le mo go tweng self esteem. Ga I expressa wa mo utwa le mo puong ya gore gona le gore ngwana ba le boi ka bana le tlotlo, you can tell, but ga I say express I miss those two wa gona go utwa gore ngwana o itumetse because they are feeding from a very supportive and healthy environment or a loving environment. But ngwana ha o ka bona I expressa ka tsela e leng gore bo tshai jwa teng bo go godimo bo extreme tidimalo wa gago e go godimo extreme. Then you must be concerned gore gona le go gongwe ha ileng gore diphuka tsa ngwana di antshiwa midintshiwa ka bothoko. They are not plugged in a proper way. The child is being bruised somewhere emotionally to be precise. So how can one express a Catalan gore kai supi bongwana jo ka ben re bo solehetse, then you know there is a problem. So that would be the first thing. And then also because re bua ka ngwana from the ages of maybe let's say 2 to or 3 to 12, you'd expect ngwana yo to be your bubbly, your engaging, your nang aleka go botsa dipotso tse dintsi. That is the critical time. And how ka bona ngwana tima a didimetse at that age, then you know gore there's a little bit of unhappiness happening somewhere. As a parent, be concerned. Go me something kona le bothata kana jang. And also let's check the environment. because then maybe somehow somewhere ngwana ga utlwisega ga tsewe sente go.
Yes, re na le potso ka kwano from our WhatsApp from Ronald. O botsa le gone gore go ba kwa ke eng gore motsadi a rate bana ba bangwe kana o mongwe go na le ba bangwe mo lapeng?
I think normally batsadi ka tsela nngwe ya go lapa le go tlhaela bana le go batla go supa letsapa la bone ka tsela e ntseng jalo gore a batla go supa gore wena wa itse o ntapisitse Fox ke ena o ka reng ke kgathala kana ke rata sa se dirang a ba go gela go bonthaya ga Fox a le ka gore a le kaetse lona ba bangwe gore ke batla ngwana yo o tshwanang le Fox e seng sepe gape ya be le tsela nngwe ga gantsi ke yona ke re batsadi ke nako ya gore ba ithute parenting skills because gone go gogela go bonthaya engwe hela go godisa bana ka tsela e seng yone kana e sa siamang. But it's a defense mechanism ye batsadi ba e dirang gantsi e le tsela hela gore tota nna ke lapile ga ke batle go bua thata yo Fox ke ena dirang botoka and so ke batla gore so le bone mo go ene. That is why the children can pick ha ile gore there are more than 2 mo lapeng gore o ka re go ratiwa semamang go sa ratwi semamang. Mo gongwe it could be trauma tsa motsadi gantsi ke bone di cases tse leng gore motsadi gongwe ngwana yo ga bana e se ba re a le mongwe hela kapa e le ba e se mme o mongwe hela o tsitseng ngwana mo lapeng gwa ne go itshupa motsadi a gongwe a thaitse gore a tisetetanyo le go bipa butho bothoko ya nna yo go tseng go go ba na tshela le bone. So that aspect also can show. Aleka go praise yo le a supa gore you know your father was everything, your mother was everything. You understand? So it could be those traumas, it could be those experiences that come morago, such that maybe it will take time to dig them out and get to the bottom of them. But the number one key and tricky wheeling, it's a mechanism that parents normally show, just so that they show this one models the ideal child than the rest of you.
All right. Ke go leboga re masela pele ga re kgaogana ha motho a batla go itse ka go ithuta ka bone bo parenting skills jalo re ka go tshwara go kae mongabe?
We are available on social media, Introvision Consultancy, that's the page group. Lina ki tumelo masalila, and I'll just encourage our listeners for harisa tolerana le space ka kwara. Just follow, it will be easier. You just follow either any of the pages so that you can get any information extra that you wouldn't get in this time. Number is 73164719. 73164719 is our WhatsApp line that you can easily reach us on. Other than that, the details are on our social media platforms, website, office number, and the rest.
Ke go leboga re maselela ke go letse gape le biki molemo e tlang re tla kopana gape mo biking e tlang.
O itumetse nna se ke a leboga.
Thank you.
This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show, Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM.
It's
evening and welcome to Puisano Ya Women Football on the YaronaFM Sunday Soccer Show. My name is Kels Pablo. Tonight we're focusing on Tolo Peace Masters Sporting Club.
YaronaFM. It's giving youth culture. Live the music.
Tolo Peace Masters Sporting Club, which is based in Good Hope, is registered under the Southern Regional Football Association so far. It says happy Good Hope. The team will be launched in a 4-day tournament from the 28th of September to the 1st of October 2024 in Good Hope. And on the line, we're joined by the organizer of the event, Ibong Re Kabelo Babele. Say, utabore betse ngako.
Erra
o tabo re betseng ka ko
ke tla be ke le betse ipusele mo tsena wa metshameko wa kgela dinao.
All right, no, let's just get on to it. Say ke go amogele hela ya lo mo YaronaFM mo puisanong ya women football.
Ke le boga thata go botsa mo le tsegile mo radio.
A re simolle hela, when and why was Tolo Peace Masters Sporting Club founded?
Thank you. Tolo Peace Masters e simolotswe kana e tlhamile ka letsatsi la di 19 May 2024 ka tsatsi la matsalo a ka. Se e ne le go leka go iteboga kana e le go leka go ira sokopotso se ka nna le sone mo botshelong ka lengwe la matsatsi la matsalo a.
Aha, and what is the average age of the players tsa gago mo tlabo?
Re na le bana ba 9 years for both genders, male and female.
Say that again. How age ya bone? It ranges from when to when?
9 years above.
Okay. And then what qualification does the technical team have in the club?
Bana as the president of the team, Kenali Slankana Sadi license coaching. And again, Mali literature, in account diploma account. And then we can nali mutu samu katiswame one hectare kaero. Ochere Slankana sa grassroots life coaching.
And then how do you intend to finance the day-to-day expenses of the club?
Totaka mukhuchana na le management ba Tolo Peace Masters re kitile ka thupana gore garena bile garena go kitla re swabisa ba rong team ya rena se ipanetse go di game. Mo eleng gore re ra mo re go day-to-day fund go leka gore team ya rena e kgone go itshegeletsa mo di-financing.
And then yano a re tsene hela mo tournamenteng o re bolela gore which teams will be playing and how were they selected?
Ma ke tla go di haka di pictures tsa tsone for date ya 28 ke sa go di balolle ka bong. Day one ke tle ke sere team tsa ha mo bala le dira go tla boys ya tla be tshameka le ya mbraka se go tswa Harakhulu. Game 2 ke diplomatic go tswa ha Lorwana e tla be tshameka le Tintos Select go tswa ha Matlaba. Game 3 ke ya Mbasi team e di khoka e tsaganye le di team ka tsa morolong go tswa tsanya ne e tla be ne ba ganye le di team ka tse ding. Di tsahara Matlaba game e leng gore ke yone ka go kana le ithola mo ke go tswa go mo morolong. Game ya bo ke Cosmos go tswa malopaganyane e le team ya mosadi kana e le team ya mme go tswa gona malopaganyane e tla be le ba ganye le swalo se go tswa ha Tlapeng. So day 2 ke na le Killers di team ga tse dingwe ga tsa borolong go tswa ha Sekokwane e coach ya ke region e tla be le ba gane le Matuta bananyana tsele ya ngwari a se go tswa ha Bethel. E be re na le ngwe bidwa ya Stars e tswa ha Sekokwane e tla be le ba gane le Shooting Stars go tswa ha Dinatal. E ngwe ke kana se Hebron e tswa ha Hebron e tla be le ba gane le ditime ga tse dingwe tsa Mokanyana go tswa ha Matlaba. Ya go helo mo letsatsing la day 2 Bemba Khaolo Bemba ba motse Flying Squad go e tla be le ba gane le Happy Boys go tswa ha Pitare Botlhong.
E ra go ba re boela ha morago o mpalla gore di team tsa basadi di kahe and ke difeng?
Di team tsa go ne tle le Tolo Peace Masters versus Maleta Motho go tswa mo Lobang. Ke game 1 before the final.
Alright, re babele dumela ke ne ke re ke botsa le kutlwa o sa tswa go tshwarolla motso wa tota kgaolo ya borolong ka gore ya nane yaanong a re bue ka dinako tse e leng gore la go simolola ka tsone have you scheduled the game se sentle gore di-team because ga o lebeletse team e tswa ko boramatlaba mo go kgakala go tsena ko kudu-hope team tse di tswang ko tse sa tswang ko lelang kola yalo ke kgaolo e bophara la go dira yang go make sure gore di-game tsotlhe di ya go tshameka ka nako
re le re sa tswa go dumelana le bone maabanyane ala yana ga re activate tournament tsa rona ko kudu gore dumelaneng teng gore di-game tsa rona di tlabe di simolola ka first 8 go leka go change rena team tsotlhe tse di tlabe di tswa bokgakaleng jwa kudu.
And then where will the team be hosted, and do you have any sponsors for the tournament?
The game is hosted to go to Regional Secondary School. The sponsor is the management of the team. They were very good. Baba the team is to 1,000 registration or affiliation to get into the tournament.
And then are we ka di award di prize gore di team di solo heleng
ke ta timolla la ka di award le neng gore maabane hala yana ga re activate tournament ba le ba paletse ke go wina bangwe ba bogedi ko activation le ne le gore team mo go tla benga a khonne go tlhalosa gore picture ya team ya gore e tla be le ba le team ya gore ona ka ba wina airtime ya 50 pula ona ka ba tlhalositse gore se se phutholwa mo le boxing king ona ka ba win free ticket ya go tsena mo le baleng so ha ke tsena mo dia batsi number 1 mo footballong ke 15,000 le gold medal le trophy number 2 is 10,000 le silver number 3 which is 3 and 4 ke be di 3,000 se di tla be di wa mo top 8 di tla be di tsala di sa tsala ile se paramentar my consistent di netball ga number 1 ya di netball is 77.5 number 2 is 5,000 le tsone ala lo di tsa di trophy.
And then tsa football tsa bo mme ha gona bape ba jang sepela
so ne di tla be di lwela se re tla be re se khurumetse se re sa batleng go se bolella batho le sone di surprise me bana le di gold le kgateleng le di medals
rescue ga banna ke go ta disclose wa ga ba se di be go tsengwa mo lebokosong ra tsiediwa go ha re le bo mme wa itse
go mo lebokosong
go tsetse mo lebokosong
a te le phutulle se mo la go se tsentse chaile.
And then what do you intend to benefit from this tournament?
Thank you Motsadi tota maikelo a benefit ya this tournament ke go rele ke go ngoka barolong gore ba tle go etsetsa team ya rona le go rotsetsa Tolopis Masters go etsenya mo marketeng le gore ba tle go lebella di tournament kana go tlhabolla tournament ya rona ya motse ka kakaretso ka gore tla be re la le ditse one guy from BFA wa coaching instructor gore a tla go leka go rutintsha di-coach tsa tsone di-team tsa gore di register kana ba rotloetse gore ba register so that in the next season re tle re leke go nna le stream sa morolong sa football both genders.
And is there any entrance fee ye ba tswana ba tshwantseng go itse gore ba tle ka ko
ya ka re dira ile di-funds kana tournament re dirile tota go ikuela di-funds tsa yone Tolopis Masters Union gore e ska so kana go sopa go tla be go tsena 10 pula adults 10 pula dikoloi 10 pula khulara 5 pula bonnananyana di-player di le 20 tsone tla be di tsena free.
Ke utlwile kgantele o bua ka community ya Good Hope and ha go tsanwa ka madiana o dirile jang go rotloetsa ba di kgwebo potlana gore le bone ba te go ithekisetsa ka ko
re na le di store tse leng gore ka letsatsi ke 150 ha o tsaya combo is 550
so far go
bone ba tle go etletsa di kgwebo tsa bone
and then so far go register le ba le ka he ba ba tebeng ba rekisa ka ko
so far se terna le batlhano mo le bogo.
go rekisiwa eng ke batla go itse le nna gore ke te ke bona gore ke a go rekang ke tsena ko
ba tla go ba rekisa manyonyobane le mekwetsepe dijo tsa Setswana yalo
mora re tsere dio tsa di batang
erra go na le sengwe hela so batlang go bua ka sone ka tournament se le gore re ka tswa re sa bua ka sone gompieno
totara ka bokhutswane ke kopa gore batho ba morolong ba tle ba tlo go rotloetsa banana e le jaaka e le rona banana re ile tournament kana re kgonneng go register team ya morolong e emetseng morolong e le first team in morolong go tswa hela ko mo go goleng ga rona gore ba tle go retletsa o pehela o na le bokgoni kana se pehela sa ka tlang go retletsa ka sone o ka bua le nna mo 77359587 e le gone gone ka go rotloetsa gore re kgone sepe se re batlang go se dira re le banana ba morolong
boeletsa number gape
77359587.
all right thank you so much Rekabelo go botse re se ba ka se go bo e be re bua le na tonight
Dango.
Thank you. And that was Kabelo Babela, the organizer of the Best of the Best. The Best of the Best tournament hosted by Tholo Peace Masters. What does this mean for Good Hope community?
Because this is the weekend day long so ke go khabala mo so that khabaron debuts on Friday, so which means Saturday ke tla
useless no e me hano sa go rutara wa se yo my go wa itse sibola konte useless
yeah ne ke itumetse to thata Kelsey because ke tlebele a very long weekend ke buipuso normally tle go sena sepe se se diragalang jaanong le nna ke tlebe ke ile go tlhola batsedi gone go Good Hope ka weekend so mo go rang gore le nna ke tana le tshona gore ke go kgabola go tournamenteng ke utlwe gore re ba bele a re ba re betse
how neighbor
Dikolotis from Waketi West. I don't know who go bitsa go side tsa bomola pa boja.
Okay ne ke re ke go roma go wena ka microphone mo tsa potso di le pedi le tharo so team ye ya basetsana e go etsana nteng kwa gona le league ya basetsana
yes ya go sofa ya go compete against bokanyeswa lo jwaneng bolobatsi
yo dintse di le ka gona nya
they've been 8 kind of 6 I'll quickly check but yanong yeta bets
akere ko lo batse gona le Bonto FC Kolabo
Maleta Motse
Ganas
Jwaneng Galaxy Kanyeswa
nya re simola ko lo batse di 4 here ko kanye 1 and then ko Jwaneng 1 bana jwana le motho o mokimana
jwaneng ga motho
ke batho ba bana mo unit 6 and 7 ba se di team ba ibitsa 6 and 7 6 so gora gore ya bona ya bo 7
me ke feel ke short
ora re ka tswara le betse
ga gona team kotse
ha o bua le mo black mo
ya o tsiki ke a police
wa re ka tswa gona le
ka tswa la bo 7
o tike re kita ke go check ke ta check
kare mehala re lebeletse dio hela re lebeletse ka litlho le lentshotso ha police 11 ha re le gate ya kae
police
ya go sofa ke
police ya ke
mogobane ke ga boro
no re police ya ke
no ke ra re lebella seng
ka go le sente Oloska le batara go lebelele seng police le bere ya mo ke ya ga boro
team tsa go mogobane di tshameka mo regioning ye
mogobane yone ke ya go save
southeast
gona le sefa le sofa line e ha kae e kgawaganya sofa le sefa
gona in between
what
e masho le nate ba e masho
no re tshotse re simolla go dirisa a manaka le atlas le di cardinal points
cause line ya
ha ke mathata ya
line ya south east ke re ya re tlokweng e be re ramoswa ke e be tsena ha go bitsa mokoloti
ke ra re le bogata ba gore bogata
ke go thusa ke go thusa
a tlogela almanaka
so tlogela almanaka e be tsena ha o tsahale ke le be ya go mankgodi e be re manyana ke re e be ya go bua ke se go tse motekere e kana o tsekene ke heditse ke one
so go ra re
ne re
e
lebetse
ka kwano le ka
Taipei. Ne re lebetse
go ra re
Taipei.
line ya
Taipei kotse.
no mme ka ra o dirisa line e kotsi o itse line e kotsi ka re kana line e ke yone e tsamayng ke e tabe ya go tola seporo kwa ya Ramotswa go tabe go ra gore ditimi tsa Ramotswa di tshwantse re di ka bodile mo sofa
ya
ke ba ka line
ya ra wa to e ba ya
o bona bile a re ka go direla bokete gore be re go tlala ka political constituencies e be re go tlala ka tsa health yano ho sokola la we
no ke ra re le bogatapo ba gore go ntse ka Mexican girls e be re e ko kwene
mele mo
team ya kwene ke BDF BDF a banyana ke yone team ya kwene a ke line ya kwene yone re kgabaganya ka Western bypass
so
umpe go re ra ba tsore ba ra rena go ga borone block 6 re na mo kwene re nna mo kwene yela gompieno ka re the reason why dipone tsa rona di sa light ga re ba ga borone
le ka
ga re ba ga borone re batho hela ba ile gore re ba kweneng budget ya ene limited ke sone se re palelwang ke go bankanya ditsela le dipone
no mme group gore
ya group e gorogile lone
ke ra ke yone ka go sofa ya
no but that's good so ra re batle ba travel blind
ene kana ona le kutlwa but one thing I like kutlwa go ya rona le KFB
and as a coach
no
that's good as a coach
BFA kana go re ha ba mmotsa
no ra re ngo ke BFA still hela hana le more than see hela it's a good thing wa bona it's a good thing gore hela ba go bola ke go travel ba go bola ke go travel but what I like about these teams gore di ha bana hope wa bona re go ntsa gona le bana ba ile gore you know the world has advanced to a point whereby not all kids will want to play conventional games tsa basadi so bana ba batang go tshameka football this is a perfect opportunity and I hope gore ba taske ba simole ba bata go wina molf ba tlhaloganya gore ba bantšha ba build ba have an opportunity ya go ithuta
kana you'll be surprised or my of good hope one answer measure they are good players there o team tsena di bua tsena tsa a di topola tsedi they are very very good players it's just that teams are in CDC mo league but you have at the video in la Kaisadoski Rivergrass ya go mola pa buja that's the only team eloremo from that side hell ke nenzile mo league but now with good hope now bringing yabasadi you know
mua bona ntsanda
mokwako
ke mua motlhaba
mokwako more
mokoko ke ngai
wa itse ga wa
mua go kontsha
I think like he's saying it's a hard surface. I don't know how to explain.
Go bata
trainer. Yes.
Isn't it advisable for Mabala Anna Rupiwa before season is simon?
Because the thing is that is the expectation, folks, because at the start of the season league committees they are baleng go bona ora me all the needful detail go bona ora le bala le ntse sentla le tlhagotswe a dipali ke the right measurements and all ke dumela gore ha go sa nna sente teng that's where they have to advise and say a le bala le ba ka ngwe ka tsentseng so that it can be safe for but
halena mini stadium no na go ne go ga di mini stadium ne le sa tsengwa mote
no go tile no I don't know I think he made good I think
the stadium se dikileng se skileng sa trenda go te ga sa nna sente ne se sa gone ko
ke sa mo shopana
ke sa go kae
sa kae
yeah
se ne se ba pisi
se na le pavement
pavement
di teams tsa gora di 10 so gora re ne re bua lona ke a bu 11 but chances are ga re itse re go ira gatseng ko EGM nya bona go ngona le team yeng they could be more no go ka nna shapudile 12 so gona le Zodiac Collabo Jwaneng Galaxy Moshopa New Stars Maleta Motse Bonto FC Kanye Swallows Extension Gunners Roman Warriors I think yone ke supporter yone le 11 Queens le gangwa ketsi USC USC game ele go thurana mo cage
but remember there was sala dile 10
ka gore kona le re le ditile
a get ra first division north and south
ema pele kana re tsene le tari ke le tshwantse le le bolelo re la reng mme le ga le ema lo tata re tlhalotsa on the other side
gore la ga ba mthebela ke ba ka nyanya a le batla ba itumelle se ngwaro full stop
ya ka gompie kwana ke batara a itse gore ga ke a itumela
How itumela se?
No, ke ra ra akanya re gompeko ga dibidio ya team e nang go tlokong e tshameka mo gaborone. Mo gaborone regions. E tlhalangela fa di game ya basadi.
FC Ambassadors.
Ya na akanya FC Ambassadors a modimo itshokolla hela e khona go palla ke go tswa tlokong e ta gaborone.
O bore kae?
O boe ra re ha under the new setup e tabe nna ya kae.
E tebe ntse sama mo division.
Ya Ambassadors ke re ya.
Ntse mo division.
No ha pala ma ya go division.
Ha pagama ya division 1
Ya orta ba ipaga ntse pala.
Ke di stream.
Okay, ha re tswa ka gore bolella rwa go mo galla.
E ka re Champions League setup e ntšha.
Le gore ga te dira gala e.
Ambassadors se ka pala. Ka pala ma etsa tsami.
Speaking of Champions League en champion Liverpool itso winner there.
The YaronaFM Sunday Soccer Show, Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox. Ghetto, the music you love is on 100.1 FM. YaronaFM.
8:23 on YaronaFM. There is no better time than now to switch to Botswana's #1 network. Get 50% off on the Orange Connector 4G device and pay only 199 pula, the lowest price ever. This offer is valid from now until the 2nd of October 2024 and get yours at the nearest Orange shop and selected retailers countrywide, only while stocks last. T's and C's apply. #Bosokema.
Didn't manage to do your weekly shopping? Don't you worry, Choppy's got you. We have amazing weekend winner specials every weekend on Fridays till Sunday at all Choppy stores countrywide. We have fruit and veg deals, butchery deals, bakery deals, deli deals, and non-food deals. Check our Facebook page for more details. Promotion valid while stocks last. The real weekend plug. Choppy's. Great value for your money.
Mabutani, Lerato, Limo 101.5 FM, YaronaFM. This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show, Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM.
8:25 on YaronaFM. Are go Kels.
Circular number 40 of 24 by the Botswana Football Association from the Chief Executive Officer, dated 5th September 2024. RE. Implementation of Women's National First Division League. Khad. We are pleased to announce that the Botswana Football Association National Executive Committee BFA NAC has approved the launch of the Women's National First Division League for the 2024-2025 season. This is a vital step towards advancing women's football in our country. This initiative aims to foster talent, providing opportunities for women football, and promote equality in sports. To enhance smooth interaction, we are providing the following details for your immediate attention. League commencement. The league is set to commence in January 2025, and we request all regional leaders to inform the clubs of the new development. The league structure. Now, the league will be integrated into Botswana Football Association league structure and will be divided into 2 streams. Northern stream, comprising of 10 teams. Southern stream, also comprising of 10 teams. League selection criteria. The Northern stream. Criteria number 1. The champions of the Northern Division 1 Women's Regional League will automatically qualify, making up to 8 teams. Criteria number 2. Playoffs will be held for the second placed teams in their respective regions to compete for the remaining 2 slots to complete the 10 teams. Playoffs are set to be played in December 2024 on a date to be announced in due course. Southern stream. Criteria 1. Since 6 regions participated in the women's regional leagues, being Gaborone, Kgatleng, Kweneng, Southern, Tsabong, and Gantsi, the champions from these regions will automatically qualify, making up to 6 teams. Criteria number 2. Playoffs will be held for the second place teams in their respective regional leagues to compete for the remaining 4 slots in order to complete the 10 teams. Playoffs are set to be played in November and December 2024 on a date to be announced in due course. Compliance requirements. All selected teams will be required to comply with the players' registration and club licensing requirements as detailed in the attached checklist. Support and consideration. Again, we appreciate your support and cooperation as we introduce this new structure to enhance women's football in Botswana. This is an opportunity for the Regional Football Association to play an essential role in the development of women's football. The Botswana Football Association will give this initiative full support and work closely with regions to ensure its successful implementation. Please do not hesitate to contact the competitions manager, Mr. Ulibile Pilara. Number, email, should you have any further questions. Thank you.
Other some north and south.
So ke sone se leng ke se botsa gore a ha re le mo south go ta bogora gore ha bona le league ya mo south re tabe re FC ambassadors ke yone e emele e go ga bo white ke sone se leng ke se botsa a anda ni setup go go ira gala yalo
the champion
ha ile gore ba mo hela ha ba setse le mo streaming sa not le mo league ha go to emela o tswa ha o etsa bo wa tsa bo
the FC ya sa bega ka
ke mangwa wa idea ke mang hela mo le kwa ke mang
chief go tile from
chief executive officer
yeah, for more information contact competition manager
okay ya no football ya basadi go ira gala yang because as far as football ya banna is concerned gona le national leagues again premier league le first division again ha go tsaya go nna le di region again and the region ko ke tsone tse di kopanang ko di committee tsa bone be ba dumalana gore ba irang ka bolo ya bone again ka football a banyana go ira gala ya chief executive officer wa tamodio tsa football a banyana o eta tse modio tsa football a banna o ka ba kra ro ka taba bolela gore no re le ga borone region re o simola go tshameka ka system e
remember the CEO ena ke messenger so probably not any CEO not any CEO
NEC ba tamodio tsa basadi ha bana committee
no basadi ba e teng committee ya basadi
e bitswa
heduang ke mamusi
e bitswa ya no king
Botswana National Women's Football Committee.
Yes. Okay. So gora ha re batla go bua ka di changes re bua le bone ke bona ba ka tswang ba
probably they are the ones who resolve this go it was a resolution go ejeng
committee ya teng
we are sue
committee ya teng ke batho ba hirilweng ke BFA kana ke batho ba thopilweng ke rona
ba thopia ke
rona
e lo batho ba Mexico
ba ka ba win ba loba ka re tswa AGM
ba win was it last year or year before
bone ga ba change ba tswela
ba ntse ba teng okay
so next ke motshwere be re a ba dumela re nya re ta buisana go biki for next week interview
re tele ka bone re tere ba botse dilo di
ba se kwaze re criteria
dio tsa lona morph la I contradict la ne le ra le re bolo ya basadi under development
yes
ha le ra under development le ra ga ise gore go kodio ntse ding ha le tswa ha ke lona gape le re la nationalize
ra goro sa yano
ya
ga champion ra agri development o tswa go 1 over 2
nya ba
to ga rena le premier league
that's the intention
mele ga le ka rona ha re win ga le ka rona ha re win rona go bida media ke yone ya di resource
ha le number 2
di number 2 tso ndia tsena
dia play off
the other thing folks
kana number 4
we have the women football chairperson again. So what happens is FIFA is a facilitation for each and every project they you remember even when this the regional football is similar side no wala maria nanse go ntsuru kila let's say wa bona ba la ka ba bane ba metsa 3000 you remember because that is meant to do mobilization and facilitation for these things to happen. So even with this one now because it's actually a new project FIFA is going to put money in to facilitate for nobo FC ambassadors in Europe to actually augment for them to to be able to meet such requirements. So it's a project that must be funded. Yes, sir.
No worry, Baba.
No, already isn't there, because history has shown us that even Lamadi and Sisu complain.
True.
So what are you saying, Larry? In women football, FIFA
not only women, any project that is new in our country.
So League project.
I agree, it's a new, we're introducing
level of league.
Oh, so what are the
YaronaFM Sunday Soccer Show, Sunday 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox. Live the music.
Chero agar ba twagina chero mo gila mo letsa lare sa go tile ba wana roma ka ndo go pela bela go meni ra ba regional se bona ma 80,000
ke gore ke bona sin
kara ba wa ta saka o re tagere yana matas na gota what
ke gone ke bona sin tla ita kwa itse ke ntse ke tsuse mo dimo hala ke re pepere hala ka dio tse ke sa di tlhaloganye
gore motho ha o bua le ena ba a tshwara go ke tswanteng ga te motho wa ba re pepere gore ha o ra re pepere wa bore o tshwara ha ha itse o ra re
turn it up YaronaFM, live the music.
8:34 on YaronaFM. We're about to jump into regional football leagues update. Raga umpieko
raga ko nghabe ko muchi
ke rona bao before raga ko nghabe ko muching reka tseo di tlhokang ko spa dirisa 200 pula kana go feta reka product ya khaisanyo ko spa super spa kana tops go nna le tshono ya go gapa karolo ya 4 million pula beke le beke batswana ba ba tswang ka madi le di rewards mme mofenyi a le mengwe o tsile go gapa Toyota Hilux Legend khaisanyo e fela ka di 8 tsa ga December 2024 gape go na le melawana pusha matshelo my spa my Botswana.
Get flippin' minted. This is your chance to coin it at the Grand Palm Casino in our latest promotion. There's over 2.4 million pula in cash, free play and prizes to be won. Join us for Super Saturday Game Show draws, where we're giving away 50,000 pula in cash and free play. And it could be you. Plus, slots and tables mysteries, golden ticket draws, and new member draws. Be part of Coin It at the Grand Palm. If you don't play, you can't win. For more info, visit grandpalm.pw or follow us on social media. The Grand Palm. More style, better play. T's and C's apply. Exclusive to Winner Circle members. No under 21s. Know your limit. Play smart.
Trans Wacky Weekend is here with prices so low. Why shop anywhere else? With deals like 12.5 kg Snow White, white or brown flour, 119.95. 12.5 kg A1 Super Maize Meal, 96.95. 1 liter Clover UHT full cream milk, 16.95. 500 grams Butro butter spread, 51.95. 2 kg Sunlight washing powder, 38.95. Jumbo Pampers nappies and pants, 163.95. 18s Twin Saver 2-ply toilet rolls, 79.95, and many more in store. Available nationwide. Valid from Friday 20th to Monday 23rd September 2023. T's and C's apply. Trans Cash and Carry. Bigger savings, better living.
Senyamaji, Tumeno, Bumo 104.9 FM, YaronaFM. This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show, Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM.
Hey mna mukit, it's 8:37. Ka nne mo mo botoko mo fana ka sego. Kana ne ke tsamaya ke a toko ke dirisa tsele ka ha marago ele ya ka ha yubi ka ha marago ka ha. Ke a ke bona di bannera tsa le politiki go tikelo le segoggo. Me bannera teng e se ya BDP. Bona le mo segoggo ba le ka ba go roko.
Cinema o rasogo di pedi go tlokeng.
Ga se masika.
No re masika. Le nna ke
rasogo. Ke versus.
A se versus.
So di tlopotse
ke vesa. Go so go BDP go so go ka.
Go UDC.
So
ke friendly.
Friendly hitile.
E ka re ka ba bona ka family.
Mo ke vesa se mo.
E ka re ka ba bona ka family reunion but it doesn't matter who wins, the family wins.
So boso go re thu go tlokeng. Ona le so go sa thete. If you know the Lieutenant General.
Yes.
That's so the minister. Ke motho le monna.
Uria. Because you play instruction in Auria.
And then there's
Wow, can't do it.
and then
No,
and then there's which is me, which is Peño, which is Masero, so.
Ya no le nyala na ya leba.
Gora gore go di roots gona le ka morela nyala nang ka.
Oh.
Yes.
So me hela go di election ga se gore ke se go go. Gona le mola.
Go ntsalo ba kana ba me ba le bararo ke Phenyo ke
Gona lo bo 3.
For all three main parties ke bo se go botle ka boraro.
O mo kwa BCP.
O mo kwa BCP, o mo kwa UDC, o mo kwa BDP.
Ke ba sa se bore.
Kana go ha gora go na le disposed vote di se kana ka se a ke rona o ta bo tsoro o vote se go ta o tsena gona ha o tshwana le now le color blind kana ke the difference between blue and green e be ke
go benefit
ke re se go khwela be ke re
go benefit
one tlha ke re
no color rest stand out o e re
wa re na mona ka go
a
go bueru
ka ha di color di be ile gone color rest stand out ke re. No, there's something about this red color. It stands out.
Red is dangerous.
So how
what are without white you ana what are wala di color tse di
dirai di bontsi ba di party kwano di bola ke color.
Red is dangerous.
Do you remember the time meaning keeper ya Chelsea simola go apara mebala e faninyana batho ke re ba mwana ali bigger than he actually is because of color ba mwana atetse mo paleng hala se gore o kotsi ba mwana atetse mo ke Peter Shek ba mwana atetse mo paleng hala because of color ra era nya o change color before apara ka pie
ka re le
skapi ke nyang
go li ke mona
a ke le ka rialo ka re batho le ba pallwa ke go e ora na le blind no na go ga Peter Shek ke parene le blind ke para man hat ke ba light over ka ntuka hana team is a vadisa di kan ti ri hana team
no we le go Italy
o ira ngwana go thibela eng
papa
moto wa izuru meni kila senyetsa ngwana bo.
This is the world famous Sunday Soccer Show, Sundays 6 to 9 p.m. with Fox on YaronaFM at Fox Patimo on Twitter and the Gram.
Interesting regional update. We are headed to Nghabe Regional Football Association.
That's what?
Regional update.
I would your signal. I was that signal. What is it? What is it? Drop.
We are headed to Nghabe Regional Football Association, which is based in Maung. And on the line, we have the chairperson, Retebogo Mogaetso. Retebogo, tartsena gwe re go dumedisa ile re go amogela.
Ke a le dumedisa le batswana botlhe mme ke supe jalo re Mogaetso ke mothusa mokwaledi.
Okay, thank you sir. Intsa ngwe dira ka go na ra sito mo KFC.
Ya ka kwano re siane ke halele mme ke mo re go twaitseng ga se re sutolang ka go serane.
A re lebelle the previous season ya 23-24 re ina le tsamaya nga ku Nghabe.
Season ke season ne le thapanyana ya 23-24 ka gore ga ra ithella di dintsinyana tse re neng re di bata. Me jaaka o itse gore re kgaolo hele e tona thata re region e tona re leng Nghabe Regional Football re tswa ko etara go ema ko Seronga gore la le di topa teng. Ke ka ora ke re season e ne le thata mme re ne ra kgona go hetsa di league tsa rona tsa Division 1 tse leng gore mo go tsone kana re na le di stream tsa Maun stream Gumari le Shakawe mme le di league tsa bo mme tsa women le gone re ntse go ntsela jalo re na le stream sa Shakawe Gumari le Maun mme go tsamaya jalo le ko youth le gone go ntsela jalo ke Shakawe Gumari Maun re kgonne go hetsa di league tsa rona ra ba nna le di playoff tsa rona gape mo Nghabe me ra ba ra khona go hitella le sa the Northern Block or sa ka ra dira jaaka ne re sologetse ne re na le maikelo a go bona re re pegile stopper se tswa go Gumari se bidiwa go Young Stars se neng se re emetse mme ka maswabi ga ra kgona mme ne re tshegeditse re amogetse ba eng gone mo maung ke sone se kana gone go le thatanyana ka gore re na le ditshologelo le gone ga re lebella bo mme mo ngwageng o hitileng re rometse stopper sa Western Dynamite kwa di-finaleng tsa women mme ga raka e rile le mo Northern Block ra kgona gore re lathegelwe hela season hela gore e tsamaile jang ke hela gore ga ra hitella ko ne re batla teng mme go na le hale ha re dirileng sentle ha go ta re tsweletse ke be ke go bontsha gore la gone re sa hitella ko ne re batla teng go na le ha re tsamaileng sentle teng
a re lebeletsong dikgwetho tse ditlhopha tsa di kopana le tsone gone mo ka kong haebe ka kwa ke dikgwetho tse di ntseng le gone di addressa ka tseleng tsenyang
dikgwetho di dintsi ka gore kgaolo a rona e tona ditlhopha di ka tshwara 37 mo go rona mme di gasane le kgaolwang gabe e yotlhe o ithela le gore ga go ta mo letseneng la madi ke gona re nang le challenge ha teng ka gore stopper se tswa ko Seronga se tshwana sa Delta Soccer Stars tshwanetse se tshameke mo Shakawe beke le beke mme ha o lebelela gore go tswa ko Seronga go ya ko Shakawe e le tsela e ntseng jalo go thatanyana stopper se tswa ko Gweta sta mo maung ke go haile dikai hela se se leng teng dikgwebo tsa rona ke gone go sa kgona go bona barotwetsi ba e leng gore go thotetswe ya bone sponsors le di ka re isa go gongwe mme ko ntle ga tsone di-sponsors gale le gale go na le ba ba thusang mme go na le kgwetho e nngwe gape ya go sa nna le mabala a botoka ka gore ga re ne re na le mabala a botoka tsone ditlhopha di ne di ka itirela letseno ka mabala jaaka ke le ditlhopha di tshwana tsa Gumari ga go tshwane go na le tse di tlhalang di na le mabala gale di kgona gore di ka itirela letseno mme se sengwe gape se re se itemogelang ke gore ha re lebelela botsamaisi ba ditlhopha go na le gore go ka dirwa gore go tsabaiwe dithuto dingwe tse di botoka gore re bone ditlhopha tsa rona di ka kgona gore di itirele letseno ebile di rane ka tsela e botoka ke tsa gore ke tsone dikgwetho tse re santseng re di itemogela go ithaga jaana
a lebelle mo re ka go bitsa re katlego ya region ya ka ko rona ke itse gore setlhopha sa City Kings go soka ko Gumare na sa le ira mototo what other successes did you witness?
Ke ne ke supa gore ga ra hitella jaaka re ne re batla ka gore ha o lebella season ya 22-23 re ne re na le setlhopha sa Western Dynamite se le ko di-final mme re dira sentle le ko metshamekong ya youth ko di-final ha re lebella team ya the Northern Block ne re na le batshameki ba le bantsinyana mme le ha go ntse jalo re sa ka ra hitella tsene re di batla ba City Kings o tswa ko Gumari mme ke supe gore ba movile ba City Kings ba hithelwa mo maung se ne re tsena mo go yone ba ne ba mo mmepeng ba tshameka ka botswapelo seo se re ra se re le ha gone re sa kgona go palamela re na le team e lengwe hela ya Sankoyo Bushbucks ko First Division North mme gone ba kgonne go matcha ditlhopha tse dingwe tse ditona ba go tswa ko last 16 mme seo sa re itumedisa thata go bona ka hane City Kings e kgona go tshameka ka teng gore ra gore go na le kgolo mo kgaolong ya rona go bona setlhopha se kgona go dira ditlhopha di tshwana bo Mochudi Center Chiefs tse re itseng le ditlhopha tse di bogale thata le tatlhegelo ya 1-0 against Police 11 e neng e rutise botlhoko thata go ne go supa gore ke team e tshameka mo regioneng mme go supa gore gone re ya go gongwe re leng gabe ga re kgona go ntsha setlhopha se se ntseng jalo
re tswala yone 23-24 ko bohelelong ja yone go nna le AGM so go AGM ne la ipaeng ko pele se le gore le batla go sa achieve mo seasoneng e latelang
se re se ikelang go sa achieve ke gore go na le kganya ya barotwetsi re na le barotwetsi ba ntseng ba re thusa ba moepo wa kgwemaka o ba e leng gore ga re na le di-playoff ba re manokeng tota ga re le ko AGM nne le kgang kgolo le gore a re nne le barotwetsi a dipuisano tsa rona le barotwetsi e nne tse di tsweletseng gore ga re tsena mo seasoneng ya re bone e se kgwemaka o hela le ba bangwe lebelo la go batla barotwetsi e nne le le ga godingwana
mme se sengwe ke gone go botsamaisi wa dithopa gore dithopa tsa rona di kgone gore di le mo seemong se se botoka sa go itsamaisa ga e leng gore re se ka ra nna le seemo se e leng gore ga le ke ntse le ga ka re sethopa sa thaela le go goroga ko metshameko mme se kganya gore ga gona ditamelo go thelele le kganya gore gongwe sethopa se eteletswe jang se ithulaganya jang mme maikaelelo ke gore a season 24-25 re bone dithopa tsa rona di rama ka tsela e botoka re bone re kgona go itshwaraganya le bagoebi mo kgaolong mme gape gone re na le tumelo ya gore re leng gabe re santse re na le bokgoni re bone le dithopa tsa rona ko first division re na le dithopa tse pedi tse tharo ka gore dumela gore ka kgonagala performance ya teaching se rae re na le bokgoni jwa ka gore go first division now
usually go di AGM tsa di region ke no go reng decision tsa region di tsewa teng ebile re lebile gore kana mo ha re tsoma AGM ya go iwa elective congress ya BFA o ka re tsaka mothala gore na discussion ana le ntsa ebile ne le eletsa go ka tsena mang ebile ana leng go tsa association ya rena isa go pele
kanya gore go tsena mang ka gore e ne elective congress ya BFA ya assembly ya BFA e leng gore tota pele ga re tsena rona mo assembly ya rona e ga be kgang e wile ya buiwa gore tota re tsenya bo mang re lebile maina ana a setsa a beilwe hapile mme tota ka ke kana nkola maina gore re leng ha be re ne re bua jalo re a go tsene yo go se ka tsena so rona se neng re se ipeile pele le dithopa tsote kgannile gore re bata yo e leng gore boeteledipele jo e tla reng ga go lebelela grassroots development kana youth development ba itse gore le hatsela apege ke ile gore we have solid good structures tsa development re batla boeteledipele jo bo taitseng gore grassroots e botlhokwa re batla boeteledipele ba ba tatsang kgwele ya bomme tsia ka gore go supetsa gore kgwele ya bomme ke yone e ka re isang ko pele le gone go ka thusa tsone di-region ka gore ga o etse thoko tota football e gone mo di-regioneng yaanong re le di-region ga go mo ithela gore re nna le thoko la ditamelo jalo go bo gore gore go nna thata gore re goroge bogolo ka nna re leng gabe re le kgaobo e tona gore re nne le ditamelo tsa go ka hitlhelela ko Saronga ko Shakawe ko Kumari tota re ne ra ipa pele dikgang ra di ba mo tafoleng jalo gore re eletsa gore boeteledipele jo e leng gore re ka ikamanyana jo kana re ka bothopa e be le ba e leng gore ba tsa empowerment of regions ba go pele le go ka ba ga ditamelo le jalo ba tsa kgwele ya bomme le tsone ditamelo tsa bana ka gore bana ba tlhoka ditamelo thata ba tlhoka dibolo ba tlhoka equipment e ba e dirisang ebile ga re diliki tsa bone ditlhokomelo di tsengwe re ne re ikamantse le ba e leng gore dikgang tse ke di buantse ba di tseela go godimo mme thopo ya rona re diragaditse ke ka seka ka bua ga gore re thophile mang ga ra thopha mme re diragaditse re dumela gore go ya pele re ta bona go nna le phetogo ya tsamaiso ya kgwele ya dinao mo lehatsheng la rona le mo kgaolong yang gae
tswe e tsewa ke mang gore go go thophiwa mang jang a ke batho bang gabe kana ke yo rumilweng ke batho bang gabe
tswe tsewa ke dithopha tsang gabe mme la gone go bohelelong re nna le chairman le secretary general ba re emetse re leng gabe ke kgang e leng gore e buisantswe le dithopa mme la go bohelelong kana thopa ya be le sephiri se se diragalang re dumela gore mme ba dirile jaaka bontsi jwa dithopa tsa rona di ne di re laela re leng gabe regional football gore tota rona re eletsa gore ga le ya ko re thopheleng jana le jana mme ga re ka ke kana ga re bua ka dithopa di le go di le kwana ga sope o ta khotsogalang kana bothe ba ba taeletsang gore go tsene bo go se ka ga tsena bo mme hela dipalo tse dintsi ne di supa gore go na le boeteledipele jo di eletsang gore bo tsengwe mme ke dumela gore kemedi ya rona e dirile jalo
ne ba tsholetsa matsogo
ra
ne ba tsholetsa matsogo na ba thopha ya kana ne go itsetswe dikganyelo
ya ra ke dithopo ka go ntseng ka teng le dithopo hela tse o dirang thopa ga go go botshokong hela e se top a gore tsoletsang re le bone gore la reng ka go utlileng ka teng ka gore ke ne ke seo go di top mme ba ka ile ba nthabisitse gore na le top re dirile hela sentle.
Aha, a re tse re lebellone season ya 24-25 gore ne le ipeileng hape le tse le re batla go di achieve.
Season ke season re le banyele season e ka re telang sentle me jaaka ke ne ke bua ka dikgang di le dintsi go na le dikgang tsa training of coaches re ntse re bua ka tsone me re le tsa go bona bakatisi ba rona go simolla ka ba grassroots ba women le bone ba di top tse di kholo tsa rona tsa division 1 re bona di coaching courses di taka kwano mme gone ga ke ka gore ka ga go maso mo kgaolong ya rona ka gore re kgonne go bona maloba jaana a BFA SC re dira ko di top tsa rona tse di mo Bumaristry mme re le mo dikgweding tse di ko morago tsele ra be re na le BFAC ko di teaming tsa rona tse di ko Shaka mme gape le bone botsamaisi re kile ra nna le training ya botsamaisi ba di topa mo maung re bua ka season re tswa mo go yone mme re na le tshologelo gore go ya pele jaaka re tsena mo seasoneng re bone re tokahatsa training ya botsamaisi training ya di-coach le yone kgang ya gore re leng ha regional football re thusa dithopa tsa rona go ka itirela letseno kgotsa go di tshwaraganya le bagwebi ba ba mo kgaolong ya rona ke tse re di ipeileng pele gore ha season e hela dingwe tsa tsone re be re di kgonne ka gore go thata go ka rana football sna ba rotwetsi mme kana ba rotwetsi ga ba teko motho yo e leng gore o halegela re ke kopa thuso ga re rebrand ka tsela e botoka re tsamaise ka tsela e leng gore mo le mo ka khathegela go tukhatsa kgwele ya dinao kana go tsenya lebogo mo thabollong ya kgwele ya dinao go ngabe
re tebogo mogaetso ta ke tsena go ke go leboga bile ke letse masogo le mathono re ta ba ntse re kopana gape ntse re buisana ka tsona tsa kgola dinao mo ngane
ke le bona thata
before tsamaya ke manyo kotsi mo bolong ko regioneng ya lona la re tona hele le gore o tatsa mabala
ka ke go utse sentle wa re yo dirang jang
yo kotsi pla re kotsi blind ka ko yo tatsa mabala yo le gore go a itse gore ga gona le player ka kwane ke
la di topa di teng mme di topa di tshwana bo ha o le ko Shakawe ha go tshameka a Blue Water se lo ka vango go tshameka Ndundu le Blue Water se Ndundu le lo ka vango mabala tatala mme ha o le ka go bo o le go Gumari go tshameka Young Stars le Red Stars ka kwa ke go soletsa gore mabala ka tatala mme le mo maun mabala tala go tshameka Maun Terrace le Western Dynamite go tshameka Maun Heroes le Western Dynamite go tshameka Amoit United mabala tala right mo maun
re lebogile thata mo ngame nna le season e ya tlegile
thank you sir
thank you danko
batho nna ke tlhaloganya gore gate structure sa legisa go nna yang kills next time in time o re boletse gore it sounds like this the new Champions League format. I really don't understand what will be happening. Ga ke se ke tlhaloganya ke le go reetsa for the whole 10 minutes to explain about ga ke utlwe ro re wait ga ke utlwe go re dumelang batho ga sena le sa go tshwara bommampudi ba Premier League. I also feel like we need to talk about this rule ya gore di player di ska tsara ga bolo bathong 2 red cards in 2 games out of such shield. I feel like it takes away the human part of football when gore motho hana le stress la frustration in yana hela ra gela bolo kale ibile ke feel re trosa ru feel red card hela because I'm so frustrated. We could have walked away with 3 points, we didn't, but re tla reng ke ngere go mafatsheng bathong tsikile tlhwa fa le tsa gore le roba le sentle papa
Gero ngere ya motho ba pile le wena yo di dibetse yo ke ma
a emela go dima
ke ba motho
Foxido dumelang ka ko mogolwane nya bashimane ba rona ra ba tshamekile Galaxy e tshamekile ra is only that ba tswa go godwa gape ya ka ne ba godwela mo gaborone ka motho tsa bo hela ho itebetseng teng mme hela all along ba tshamekile ra ba le bogisa ke tsa kere batale ka gape mo seasoning e tebeng e latela bone they played well. It's only that ga ba dira ka nne re solofetse, but they played well. Hey, Poko o na le bothata ba gore a ke itse re nka e baya mantlhaloganye, o na le bothata ba gore ke te motho a le pelwana, ke re o bone gore ile a sena nna pelwana ga a go agana le David Hall le Dr. David 1-2 ka mo ba petsa goal. Mme ka bua le Mthako ne re lebile mmeserote ke re o bona re ka ga Poko e reng ka teng wa go hella go ba lose timing mathaka e ba ira e ba petsa goal o se go eke ba petsa goal yelo manelene hey se ba phanta go le o mona maybe a lena na ke itse go tshameka ga go dileng ga o tshameka ga go batla ene kana go tswa tlhaloganya, but re tla re e ke ba ke lebogisa le go rapa United di dirile ditsora e ne ntse le ka tswa go bua go ba Coast go pala le ka e pala batho go phelong ya letsatsi ba kgonne ke tsa ke re batla le ka le bona ba tla dira bontle, ke tsa ke re batla dira bontle la sana ke go ba lebogisa ke bana ba mo gae ke go ba fa support la ka ne re ntse re fa jone Galaxy support all in all nka re tango ra ba lebogisa pa
nya mme go le ka ga yellow man tswa mo Poko go le ga yellow man a gona la go ra go no o ka mo convincing otherwise go tracka motho ya la bogolo mo go ga enne fa o le re mise play
tse karata
bogolo hela bogolo mme monate Pirates a yena monate e kgona go balance play gore e kgona gore so ke pressure ra e sontse re e bata outlet gape ba e bata ele be ba e bona
no mo ka ditse na totshiana go e ta itshua yana ba team ya rena ke tshepe mona
no it's not nothing to do with the Mokatis tota go bua nnete squad sa rona le ha o le bella hela it's not the best in the PSL.
Yes,
overachiever Pirates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying totshiana yana e ta itshua yona
so dumela gore besides Sundowns which team got a better squad
mo PSL?
Stellenbosch
gonna have a better squad.
No, but they've lost player. Lost player.
Okay, a sentence. Okay, they don't have a better squad, but they have Team Yabone Ejela much better than Pirates.
They have a coach as well.
Why